I don't, because for some reason my Hangout is the only one allowing it in for some reason.
Okay.
Can't open the window for some reason.
It's game time. I'm going to start it up.
Go ahead.
Here we go. Alrighty. And we are live, I tell you, full of madness, wonder, glory. It is REALPLAY, How to Survive in Space Engineers. I'm the Squid Lord. You may have heard of me, possibly, once in a while. Anyway, the secret is that more stuff is going on live right now. We also have Bruce Logan Bringlemeyer, host of
The Media Outsiders.
And what is the Media Outsiders?
It is my show that's heard every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Central Time. We do movie reviews, TV reviews, game reviews. We listen to Squid Take Over, stuff like that.
Hey. That doesn't happen all that often. You know.
You're right. 95% of the time.
80, 60, 40, 20. Anyway, yes, and I am the host of Operation BSU, the only show which doesn't air as regularly as it ought to, which is kind of sad. As you can see, I've got a little enclosed area, but what are we doing today? Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to play some Space Engineers. Oh! And that's the sound of excitement. Also in the Ogono Hangout, we have somebody who will be joining us later, but not at the moment. Instead, I've switched over to the Space Engineer screen, so now I've got control there. You can see Bruce in the upper right-hand corner. We'll be having a great time tonight. But first, we're going to start out with the very basics. If you haven't seen Space Engineers, what the hell's wrong with you? Why are you watching this stream? I'm confused. I don't know. Maybe you are a newcomer to the game, and we're going to have lots of awesome. First, I want to show you how to create a new game to play with your friends. Yes, you hit new game. Obviously, custom world. And that gives you all this stuff. You get to choose your scenario and what your settings are. For us, tonight, I'm feeling generous. So we're actually going to start with the Asteroid Scenario, which I'm going to rename to REALPLAY. 10. We are going to be in survival. And guys, I don't want you to be frustrated. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set our inventory, our assembler efficiency, and our refinery speed all to 10 times realistic. And that means you can carry 4,000 cubic liters of volume and some ridiculous amount of mass, and things don't take for freaking ever to put together. If you are a masochist, or you don't mind really making a lot of trips back to the refinery or stuff, go ahead and pick realistic. Or if you just want something in between, times 3 is kind of cool. But honestly, times 10 is what we're going to do tonight. Because I'd like to play with Bruce and any of my other friends that are on Steam who would like to play the game, I'm setting my online mode to friends. It means any of my friends can jump in at any time. Note that I've been playing this game for weeks, and not a single one of my damn friends joined us at any time. And I always said it to friends. They don't like me. It's okay. Max players, I'm going to leave.
We're intimidated.
I know. It's too much to hang out with me. And I'm going to turn down the max objects, which can be a real memory eater, to just a nice, I don't know, 70 sounds good. 70 is good. And because I'm crazy, I'm going to turn environment hostility to normal. That means we will see asteroid showers, but they won't be out of control. It'll be kind of cool. We'll see some, but not an immense number. Also, how large is our space that we're going to be in? My server has a lot of memory. I've got 32 gig of RAM on this box, but I'm not going for extreme. You know what? I think we'll start with normal. Just to give us a start. Hopefully find some uranium soon. Auto healing, very, very useful. If you're not getting injured, you don't bleed out or anything. Just keep that on for your first few games. I want to show player names. I want to know where he's at all times. I don't trust him. Cut and paste will not matter in survival. Thruster damage, however, will. and I like to play with thruster damage on. You'll see why, hopefully, if we get around to building a ship. Autosave, you know what, I'm going to turn that off. I haven't had any trouble with instability lately. Cargo ships are going to turn on, because I'll probably send Bruce out to go steal one, and weapons enabled. Well, Bruce, I'm going to be honest, man. If you push me too far, I'm going to kill
Well,
you.
I mean, if I'm going to go steal a cargo ship, I better have a weapon, right?
Nah, generally you just better hope it doesn't blow up when you get it. So I'm going to hit OK on this custom world. I'm going to create that up, and now you'll see that it's probably going to take a minute or two. One of those things that happen. It's just the way it is. That's okay. You know what? I'm good with that. So,
And by the way, I do have the stream up and running, though there is about I'd say a 30-second delay for me.
Hey, that's pretty good for us.
From Hangout, so.
Oh, yeah.
You're still talking about weapons right now.
It's cool. I actually have the stream visible in a lower window going on here. So, you can see I've kind of gotten into my little yellow ship. Bruce, you should be able to see the game in multiplayer.
Let me go in and...
Wow, this thing is beat up. It's always beat up. It's really, really horrible. Now...
I was loading up at the time. There we are, REALPLay.
Yeah. Player joined the Doctor. I'm just looking around the inside of the little yellow ship. If you haven't seen these... You know, they've got everything you need to start. They have a cargo container, they have an assembler, and they have their own refinery, which makes it so much easier to start. They also have their own nuclear reactor, but here's the thing. I'm sorry, you gotta target that directly. You only start with like 0.6 uranium ingots. So, yeah, that's... Uranium is one of the things you have to find right up front. And tab will turn my display on. That means without running anything, I've got fuel for 2 hours. 2 hours. With running things, it will be much less. Sort of scrolling around looking, we're in a really big asteroid field. Oh yeah, I'm going to just head toward that big asteroid over there. Turn off my inertial dampeners, that's with Z by default. And I'm just sort of going to lower my thing and then drive on. And we'll see what we can do. That is a big asteroid. I want to get me up to about 20 meters per second per the display, and then we're just going to coast. Because there's one thing that is a pain in the real butt, and that is burning out all your fuel before you get to a place. Now, since we're inertially not dampened, inertia will carry us. I'm looking around for you, Bruce, and I'm not seeing you, man.
Well, I'm in my ship here.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing where you're at.
But I can't get into the seat for some reason, so I'm unable to get controls of the...
Hit T.
Oh, there we go. We're finally in, so...
There you go. Oh, and I see where you're at. I see a little icon of you. You're to my down. Down in this game, really relative. Really relative. Yeah. Alright, so we're coming up on this asteroid over here. Oh, it's pretty. It's pretty a little asteroid there. You'll notice I'm closing on it pretty hard, too. I'm going to sort of change my vector a little bit.
I'm still just trying to find your icon, to be honest.
Yeah. Alt and drag will put you in a means by which you can sort of look around. I better brake.
I see
I better
there.
put on the brakes. Oh, this asteroid's got tons of stuff on it. Alright, I'm putting on the inertial dampeners, and that basically means I come to a stop, and then I can move forward again at a much slower rate of speed. And yeah, this is a nice asteroid. I think that's uranium down there. You know what else I don't know? We don't have a landing foot on this ship. You know what else? I think I'm about to hit that rock. So I'm going to turn the inertial dampeners on. The other thing to be aware of is where the sun is, because that's the way the asteroids will come from. I'm going to just sort of move over here. Sort of move in. Yeah, maneuvering, you could go real quick. You won't like it if you do. Oh yeah, just drifting through that. I think we've got a nice rock with a nice interior. So if you can find where I'm at, which you should be able to.
I see some large rocks there, so I know that you're by some rocks. So
this one is shaped sort of like an island. Sort of like an island. I'm just gonna park it in this little cave here, where it's sort of safe.
You're on the dark side, so
I'm in a hole actually. Yeah. All right. All right. I think this is about as good as it's gonna get in terms of safety. I'm gonna drop this thing down here. I think I'm pretty well protected. And now I'm going to do something crazy. Turning off the engines. Why? We'll turn off your reactors. Now, you're wondering why I might do that. Well,
why might you do that?
Well, it was a bad idea this time, because the door's not open. Because we only have so much fuel... it is often quite good to actually have that taken care of. So I'm going to turn off everything that's not... Open the door from here, too. I'm going to turn off everything that's not necessary for running right now, because everything you have on eats a little bit of power. And particularly, I'm turning off the gyroscope. Now, you're wondering why I would turn off the gyroscope on the ship. Well, it won't drift unless it's hit. And with the gyroscope off, I can't accidentally, like right now, I'm wiggling the mouse. I'm not accidentally throwing it around. And that's awesome. With all that stuff off, I've extended my fuel time to 4 days. So, however, it does mean I'm drifting. I've left the ship on. So...
Well, I may be in some trouble because I'm showing fuel as in 1 hour.
Are you thrusting at the time?
Well, my engines are lit, but I don't see no thrust coming out. So,
well, then, yeah, you may have started with slightly less fuel than I did.
And I still have no idea where you're at personally, but I'm looking and see no name tag.
Float around, see what you can find. I'm dragging my tools to my toolbar, because this is my usual layout. In the 1 slot, the hand drill. In the 2 slot, the grinder for taking apart things. And then the 3 slot, the welder. It looks like I have nothing else on it. That's fine. And now I'm going out of the ship. We've got a military mine layer that's 11 kilometers away. Where did I see that?
Yeah, in fact, that's where I'm heading basically toward.
Oh, I don't know if you want to do that.
Well, I mean, it's helping pinpoint.
Fair enough. It's, like I said, it's
I have it at
10.7. Alright, I know I saw some, what I thought was uranium. Ah, there it is. There it is. With the drill out, you can actually, when you get close to it, see what minerals are. However...
I'll be right back, phone.
Sure. Sure. In the meantime, I will... Oh, I don't know what this is, but... Here's where the fun part starts, folks. V will let you switch to a third-person view. Oh. Oh, yeah. And the other thing... rocks will go flying with the drill. What was that? It was something. Which leads to one reason you may want to go to your ship and leave it powered. And let me go do that because I forgot entirely. What side of the ship do I get in on? It's over here. One of the reasons you may want to leave the ship powered, other than so you can recharge your suit, it's for something fairly important. I'm actually going to power up the gyroscope and move this thing. I'm going to take a chance.
And I am back.
Awesome. I'm going to take a chance. And here's the chance I'm going to take. Asteroid showers are activated for this thing. But mining without a gravity generator is a real pain in the butt. So, in an effort to minimize how big a pain mining is, I like to pull my ship in a little close. Right?
Let me ask if you show me anywhere on the map here.
Give me just a minute, because I'm sort of maneuvering this thing in. I want to make sure that I'm not crashing. Alright. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, now let me look around. Let me turn off the gyroscope. Gyroscope off, and gravity generator on, and make the field width maximum. And because it makes it easy, but only half a G. It will make mining much easier if you use your chip this way. Alright, I'm going to look around for Bruce. I'm not seeing him. The military mine layer is going by over yonder.
Well, I am now at about
you were
8K away from it.
Okay, I am 9K away from it. You should be able to see my my shape. Alright. Jetpack is on. Gravity generation is go. Going down toward the surface. Turning off the jetpack is a good way to get down. And you'll notice now, hey man, it's like we're standing on stuff. Makes it much easier to mine. Because in theory, stuff will just drop down in the hole. And what we found here, a whole bunch of silver. It's not what I wanted, but it'll do. I see some nickel. I see some iron. Now, as you mine with your jackhammer-like drill, you'll notice, also it's dark, I'll turn on my headlights. You kind of get cavey around here. And you'll notice this stuff piles up. If you hold down T, when it's rolling down into its lowest state, you can pick up everything without having to go chase it around. This is why you want your gravity generator on, to make this much easier. Alright, so I've got 752. Let's see if I can't turn my jetpack on. Go find there's some iron, some magnesium. Let's see if I can't survey for a little uranium. That's what I'm talking about. Since we've got the ship on its pretty much maximum gravitational extent, I'm going to go down here and sort of dig this way. See if I can't dig sort of a defilade for stuff to fall into. Now you'll remember when I started this up, I said maximum of 64 items floating around. That can be an issue if you're not careful. Alright, see, we got all this iron. It's fantastic. Maximum 64 items can be problematic if you're not careful. Alright, got all that iron. Now I'll move toward the uranium. Uranium is ridiculously black, which occasionally makes it hard to see to mine. And I think some of this is stone, too. Alright, let's see what we got down here. Got some uranium ore. Awesome. Got some other stuff. Uranium ore is also ridiculously dense, which means you can't carry a whole lot of it volumetrically back to your ship. That's alright. We got what we got. Got some more stuff over here. Bruce is just looking around for me, I'm sure.
Well, I've decided to park on a asteroid for the time being.
Alright.
And maybe do some mining over here if I can find anything.
Fair enough, fair enough. Fair enough. What you want to look for is uranium, and you will only see it if you have your drill in your hand. So remember, that's the secret. That's the secret to finding stuff. Oh, I think that's just the uranium over here.
And the mine layer is only 5-3 away?
Yep. Well, I mean, you could fly out to get it. Make sure that you're nice and charged up before you try it. But you could fly out and see if you could, hijack it. The thing to worry about on those things is many of them are booby-trapped. That is to say, you kick on the engines and go to slow them down, they will explode because they have a thruster inside pointed at a warhead, which is an explosive warhead. You would use it on, some sort of gravity launcher or something. And that can be a real problem. That can be really embarrassing if you go and blow yourself up. I've done it a couple of times. I never felt good about it. Alright, let's see. Do I have any more uranium showing? Let's turn the jetpack on. That's magnesium, nickel, and silver.
Well, I may just jetpack my way out.
Jetpacks, fine way. God, that's a big magnesium deposit. More nickel. I got some gold here. I think I might actually just see if I can... Yep, we still have a gravity field. You'll notice on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you have a gravity field display. It shows if you are in a gravity field, how strong it is, and which direction it points. Believe me, that's important.
Can you set a waypoint?
Nope. Currently, you cannot set waypoints. We are the only waypoints we have. So,
and unfortunately, there's no coordinates here, so...
What you can do is you can make what is called let me find it here on the display. It's under G. Man, we got a lot of slots for stuff now. They've added so many slots for things. They're obviously planning ahead. It is called... Once I find it, I really don't mean to waste your time or look like an idiot.
A beacon?
Yes, the beacons. They can go on small ships, and they can go on large ships, and they can go on platforms. And they are fantastic. They are fantastic because, well, they are exactly what they sound like. They are beacons that shine out in all directions. It's one of the first things you want to build after you find some uranium, is you want to see if you can get the materials to build a beacon. In part so you can find your ship again in the future. Apparently I've hit the mother lode of magnesium over here. F will also make you go up or jump if you are not using your backpack. Like I said, being in a gravitational field is sometimes quite handy and sometimes not. So let's look around, see if we got some stuff that rolled off over here. We do. People who have been really interested in space games for the last several decades are probably really excited at seeing that we can do this kind of stuff. That we can have fully rendered asteroids and mining and all that good stuff. Those who have been playing for the last few years probably know that the creators of Space Engineers also created another set of games called Miner Wars, including something that was very close to basically this MMO with pre-built ships and stuff, which is still available on Steam, but they've pretty much moved everyone over to other game concepts. They want everybody to move to Space Engineers. I can't really blame them. So I'm going to take this stuff to the refinery, since I've got almost a full load. Yep, you want to line up. The easy way is just to line up and then turn off your jetpack. Alright, so now let me show you the refinery. Walk up to it and hit K or T. And this is my inventory, my tools, and you'll see a whole bunch of other stuff. I've got 72 kilograms of uranium ore. That is the first thing we absolutely need. Gotta have that. And then after that, we can refine some iron, because iron goes into iron plates and pipes, and iron plates and pipes go into everything. We'll some gold. Oh yeah, some gold, and then silver, and throw in that magnesium. And last, I know it seems strange to refine stone, but stone gets refined to gravel, and gravel goes into making new reactors. So that is something you will need once in a while. You'll notice everything is turned off right now, because I turned everything off to save power. Turning on the refinery, and you can hear it kick in. Its maximum required input energy is 560 kilowatts. Right now, our reactor is maximum outputting 5 megawatts, and right now we're putting out a little more than just the reactor needs because our thrusters are on. But here's the thing. We're going to go turn around, walk over to the cockpit, jump in, you'll notice we can run at this level for 8 minutes. That's correct. 8 minutes. 8 minutes of Refinery is all we got. So that's something you want to keep in mind every time you play, that honestly, uranium needs to be one of the first things you get. Now, you notice it was one of the first things I got. While I'm in the control seat, I have access to the whole system. I can actually look and see how the refinery is going. We go to the production window, to the inventory. There we go. If we look down here, it's mining up. Apparently we've mined all the uranium. We got half a kilo of mined uranium. What we'll do is we will jump out of here. Go, I believe that got put directly into the assembler because they're hooked up that way, and nope. Oh, that's right, it's not on, so it didn't take it in automatically. Because the refinery and the assembler are side by side, usually it just takes whatever it makes and puts it straight in the assembler. But because it's off, just stayed in the refinery. I'm going to put this half kilo of uranium in there. That more than, it's more than 5 times what I had before. So if we jump back in, now we have 43 minutes of fuel time with the refinery on, and considerably more time with it off. That can really improve your capability to explore and find important stuff. So now that that's on, we're going to not worry about that. We're going to turn the jetpack on and go back out. Like I said, we'll look around. Actually, before I look around, let's look for something important. Remember how I said building a beacon was one of the first things you wanted to do? Let's see what I would need to build a beacon. Let me show you how to find that out. So you hit G to pull up your list of stuff you can build. Right? There's a lot of stuff. The beacon is what we're interested in. Now, if you hover over it with your mouse, you can see it takes, and we're on a large ship, unfortunately, so you can see it takes radio communications modules, 40 of them, 8 computers, 40 steel tubes, large, 60 small steel tubes, 40 construction components, and 80 steel plates. Now, the steel's easy. All you need is iron for that. The radio communications modules are the hard parts of that. So let me take this beacon down here. And you see, as I float around, you can see that it will try and put it in various places on my ship, which is amusing. I'm trying to... I would normally put it back here somewhere. Probably, yeah, somewhere like that. I can't, of course, because I need steel plates to even build the frame. But once I do that, Bruce should have a much better time of it finding me. So let's figure out what we need to build. The radio communication stuff. Talking to the assembler right now. I'm going to turn it on to make it easy. Go into the production. Alright, stuff that's redded out, the stuff we don't have the stuff to make. I'm betting communication stuff is one of those radio communication stuff. What do we need? Silicon. We need silicon and iron. Iron we've got in great abundance, and there's plenty of it on the asteroid area that we've already explored. But we don't have any silicon. So that tells us something very important. That tells us we need to go find some silicon, which is going to be fun. Alright, so switching back to the hand drill. I'm actually just going to sort of... I know the ship is attached to this asteroid in a hole, and I know it's got plenty of time on its engine, so I'm going to just sort of... Oh, I hear asteroids. Oh dear. Let's see if we can see any. Oh, I hear them. Alright. Don't see any of them anymore. I sure hear them. Hopefully our ship doesn't take any hits. Oh, man, that's a lot of gold. Alright. Yes, that's a whole hell of a lot of gold there. Also, got to keep an eye on our suit energy. Because suit energy will run out, and then you'll be screwed. Nobody wants that. Oh my god, some stuff is floating here. Wow, look at this. Look. Oh, silicon! Patch silicon right here. Now, what we don't have is the ship's gravity field. So, this is going to be kind of a pain in the butt to mine. And I have to decide if I want to bring the ship over here or not. It seems to be in the shade inside the asteroid, so I may just go and get the thing. If I can find it. If I can find where I put the ship. See? Remember what I said?
have the same problem right now.
Yeah. I know I put it on the dark side, hiding on the back. So we'll just turn the inertial dampeners off. It's got to be over here on the dark side somewhere. There it is. There it is. We'll just sort of go down to the ship. Sort of bring it inside. Alright. Yeah, that's one of the reasons that you need silicon early and aggressively, so that you can get one of those beacons on early. Alright, gyroscope's on. I'm going to just move this thing up. Turning off the inertial dampeners. So I can kind of swing this thing around. You get used to navigating in zero-G, and you will use the inertial dampeners a lot less than you thought you ever would. Just a whole lot less. Alright, so I think we're going to go basically over this rise. Now remember, I found some uranium early on, so I'm feeling pretty good. I've got fuel time for 2 hours. Still says 2 hours, but I think we can probably... Oh. I think we can probably get better time than that. The other thing that you may want to put on a ship that you design for mining, and you will specifically want to design a ship for mining eventually, is an actual detector. You can put mineral detectors on your ship, and they will allow you to basically see minerals at range. And you will want that. You'll want that a lot. That will save you a lot of time. Notice I'm maneuvering very carefully here. Very carefully, trying to just sort of stick to the asteroid. The inertial physics in Space Engineers is very, very, I don't want to say finicky, it's realistic, it's really the problem. And because it's terribly realistic that way, it can be a little disconcerting. You want to pay very close attention. We don't have a whole lot of help from the HUD. I mean, I really do wish that I had a lot more help from the HUD in maneuvering this thing around. In terms of, I mean, I'm generating a gravity field, it's telling me that, but I know that. Oh, there's our opening. That's it. So it's very difficult sometimes to sort of line up what you want. Especially warm. Especially if you're just being really, if you're trying to maneuver very tightly. Don't want to go
And
too
I've got
fast.
the problem that my reactors are not wanting to turn back on.
Check your reactors. Make sure they're not out of fuel. Alright, my inertial dampeners are off. I don't remember where that silicon was. Important safety tip if you are using the inertial dampeners. they will be able to run an engine at double thrust, well, slightly more thrust than you can manually to dampen inertia. So be aware of that. Don't be afraid of that, but be aware of it. So you can just sort of ease up into places and... Alright. Because I have the inertial dampeners on the this. Alright. Alright, now I'm just going to look around and see what I find. Silver. Tons of silver. Nickel. I know we had a big patch of silicon somewhere. Let's settle for silicon or uranium, folks. Oh, I see some uranium. 12 meters. 12 meters. Huh. I think we might have some uranium right here on the surface. You see how black it is? It just doesn't reflect light at all. It's not shiny. Uranium can be a true pain in the ass to mine because of that. Absolute pain in the ass. I'm not even sure where Bruce is now. It's
Bruce isn't sure where Bruce is.
If I could find some silicon, I could build a beacon, and then we could find you.
Because I am using the T command here, and it's not showing me anything with my reactor.
Oh, walk over to it, hit K.
Okay, K.
That gives you control. If you're on the control panel, K will give you controls for anything, which sounds ridiculous.
Reactor maximum output 5.0, current output 94.24.
Look in its inventory. Oh, you've got fuel in it. It seems to be on. Do you have anything?
Let me swing over to the cockpit, have you take a look there.
Alright. Isn't this multi-view thing very useful?
Thrusters are red, gyroscope is in the red.
Did you... I don't want to put this too non-gently. Did you park poorly?
I parked as good as I can, being a complete novice.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe, Bruce. Maybe. You may have hit your gyroscopes. You might want to step out of the ship, look around. Just saying. The gyroscope is usually located on the bottom there. If you switch to your welder, which is the thing that looks like a torch, and then fly up to any part, it'll show you if it's damaged. And I'm looking into black areas for black rocks.
Which, if you can find me, I have some over here, which is a lot of uranium.
Oh, I'm standing in a hole lined with uranium. That's why it's so black. But, yeah. I'll continue the search for silicon once I'm reassured in my search for uranium.
Let's see, the gyroscope is...
Is it okay? It's 100%?
Looks to be good.
Yeah?
100%?
Huh. Alright, well, go into your control panel maybe, and... I'm not exactly sure why they would be red. If it's not damaged, and it's got power, double check that it's on, double check all the good stuff. You know, the usual.
Thrusters are 0, gyroscope is 0, the reactors are showing 0 watts.
Hit K. There you go. That gives you the controls for all your... wow. Wait, no, go to control panel.
There's nothing there.
That's weird. That's really weird, because that should at least show you, like, the reactors and stuff.
I am renaming this ship here the SS Minnow.
It's a 3-hour tour. All aboard were lost.
Yeah, there's nothing hitting K, and I'm in the cockpit.
I'm not sure why. Check the cockpit and look for any damage to it.
Well, the floor is pretty danged up here.
Right.
Can you see?
I can, but is that... Oh my god, I think your reactor may have been... I mean, not your reactor, your controls. You came in for a hard landing, didn't you?
I came in rather soft, if I remember correctly, but...
I think it was rather soft, right?
Small steel tube, 4%. Oh, here I see a 60% red.
Yeah, that one's under the red line. If you see a component and it's below the red line and that little side thing, what it is damaged beyond use. But really, we're more concerned... Well, if the platform the cockpit is sitting on is damaged beyond repair, it won't connect to the rest of the ship, which could explain why it's not seeing any controls. If you go back to the rest of the ship, you should be able to control anything in the ship from anything that's connected to the ship, right? So go point it like your reactor or something, anything really at that point, and tell me if you can... I know I parked my ship here. Where's the gravity field? There it is. Tell me if you can, like, turn on the reactor. I mean, not the reactor, the assembler in the refinery. They look like they're on, so they're functioning. There we go. That's a lot of uranium. And some silicon. Some more iron. Some stone. And now, since the assembler's on, it's moved everything over to it, so everything's going into it. So I'm just going to wait until that's done. And
I have uranium, I have cobalt.
Right. Do you have any iron? You don't have any iron.
No iron. No iron.
You may have to go find some iron to fix stuff, but in the meantime, stick that stuff in your refinery. So you will have some, it's particularly the uranium first. Whatever's in the leftmost slot will be refined first. It's not on, is it? You may have to turn it on.
Oh, it's moving here. It says cool. Mass and volume is going down, and...
Cool. That's the way we like it. That is, in fact, the way we like it. Alright, fantastic. I'm just going to let this build a bit, because I actually mined a few thousand kiloliters. Kiloliters? I guess it's in kiloliters. Yeah, a few thousand liters of uranium. Oh god, I can hear asteroids hitting outside too. Oy, I hope they're not near here. Parking in the lee of the stone.
Now, I believe I stepped away when you were teaching people how to mine.
Yep.
What's the easiest way of collecting everything?
Make sure your gravity generator is on. Right? So that you got a gravity field.
I'm outside, so there's no gravity.
There will be if you turn on go to your gravity. Go to any of your control panels that you can access in the ship. You'll love this actually, because it's so good. It's like cheating. go to any of your control panels, except for that one, which we know won't work. you know your cockpit won't work. Pilotry is not going to work. So go to like your refinery or your assembler, because they're still connected to everything else. Hint, folks, practice your piloting. The creative mode is good for that, especially one of the ones that starts with a ship. Good thing to have. Point at the little control panel to the right of it, just to make it easy. Because if you point to the big door, it'll give you the inventory by default.
Gravity generator says it's on.
Yep. Grab the field width, make it max. Height max. Depth max. 150 meters will give you plenty of room to mine near the ship relatively. I usually turn down the acceleration to half a G. But, you know, sometimes you want to turn it up more. Depends on your situation. 3/4 of a G is good too. I'm going to adjust mine. And then, when you go outside, stand on the rock face, and whatever is down for the ship will be down. Like, you currently have your jetpack on, right?
Yes.
Hit X to turn it off. And then you should be standing on the rock face. L will turn your lights on and off. You may want your lights.
I seem to be drifting.
You don't have a gravity field. Are you not near enough to the ship? You should be. Double check that the gravity generator is on. Haven't refined all my uranium. Remember, I turned the refinery and assembler speed up to 10 times as well as carry? Yeah, this is why it can take quite a while to refine things if you're not careful. It will take a bit, but I have now six what is this? God, 6 kilograms of pure uranium ingots sitting in here. When I drop that in the reactor, I'll have fuel for days, and there's more outside. So that'll give me an opportunity to go and dig up some more silicon if I need it once it's done. But I always start refining with uranium, because uranium is the stopper. Uranium's the bottleneck for me.
Okay, the gravity generator is on.
Okay.
And it says current input 293.
Awesome, awesome.
Max input 567, but I have no gravity in the ship.
No gravity in the ship, but the gravity generator's on. And it's showing that it's consuming power. Are you sure it's on? Flip back to that again. It is on. Huh. And it's consuming power, but for some reason it's not working. Something is very strange here with your ship.
I've got a bad ship.
I think you got a bad ship, man. Well...
And I'm screwed where I can't find you, so...
Here, let me help you. Alright, sometimes you get in a situation in survival mode in Space Engineers where it's untenable, okay? You just can't get out of the hole you're in. And that happens. And in this case, if your ship's...
Okay, now let's look at the small reactor here.
Yeah, it's on. It's out.
But it's
no output.
No output.
In its inventory.
Okay, let me get back to small reactor. Inventory.
Yeah.
Let's go look at the refinery.
There's uranium in the assembler, but there's none in the reactor. I think we found part of your problem. You may have used...
I'm sorry, what was it?
You got uranium in your assembler, but not in your reactor. So your refinery worked, it refined some uranium, but you got no power to the rest of the ship. Let's go up to the assembler, get that out, and put it into the reactor, and see if anything works better then. You got no power. That'll do it. While this continues on mine, I think I will flip around here and go to my... Oh, I did not turn off the gyros, which I Need to. Always need to turn off the gyros. It's the best thing. Alright. So, now that I can't screw it up, I've got 22 minutes of fuel time just hovering here and running the refinery. That's a hell of a good thing. That's an awesome thing.
And I've got gravity.
You got gravity, which means now you can go out and do some mining, which will let you get some more uranium and some other stuff. Unless you would like to carry out the evil plan that I was about to suggest. Sometimes you get in an untenable position. If you find yourself in an untenable position, if you find yourself in a place you can't get out of because, well, you just, you know, your controls don't work, you got no resources, you're going to die horribly, here's what you do. You hit backspace. Backspace is suicide. Now, if you have power to one of those things I'm looking at right now, a medical bay, you'll reform, you'll respawn at the medical bay. That may not be what you want. Also, when you respawn, you'll come back with nothing in your pockets. What's that?
Not on this ship.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Your medical bay was still there, wasn't it? And your reactor's running now.
With everything else.
Yeah.
Now, let's see if we can actually fly now first.
Okay. I mean, you should have some fuel. Not a lot, but some. Go back up here. I'm watching the assembler run. It's still working on the uranium, but I fueled up my reactor, so I've got good amount of time to go.
Nope, still reactor 0.
No,
still in the red with thruster and gyroscope.
Well, you got no contact between the controls and the rest of the ship. We got to fix that. That's it won't be flyable until / unless we fix that. You've got some fuel, but what you need is some iron. But you'll notice all the little bits fell down to the bottom. You hold down T, just pick them up. The pickup range on this game is stupidly short. I know if the devs hear this, they may take that amiss. But the truth is,
why wouldn't they be watching this, right?
Yeah, it could happen. You know, magic could happen. But the range is stupidly short. It is really a pain in the ass. Now, sometime in the next couple of weeks, we're supposed to get the new conveyors, which are basically like pipes in Minecraft, as well as there's something like the buckets and stuff in Minecraft, which suck up things nearby. It's great if you're making a mining ship. I've already got plans for how to use that. I've already thought about it. But until then, until that comes out, picking this up by hand is a real pain, and I really wish there was either some auto pickup or something else. But creating a gravity field and then digging a hole, at least you can hold down T and sort of suck up everything you pan over, and that makes it not as bad as it could be. It could be so much worse. You know, it could be so much worse. And I know, I'm sitting here looking at my uranium production, and you guys are like, what the hell? Alright, I think I got enough for that. I'm going to bump the silicon. I was going to bump the silicon to the top of the pile, but first I got to go to the refinery before I can do that. You can do that. All you got to do is just drag that over there. Boom. Silicon getting refined. Hot damn. Letting that refine up, and then now we'll go to the assembler, and then we'll see if we can't put together some parts for the beacon. And because we're on a large ship, because it starts you on a large ship, because it starts you with a medical bay, the beacon, it has to be a large one. There's not much you can do about that. Alright, looks like we got all that. So I'm going to go back up here to the assembler. Now the assembler is full of wonder. This is where you make all the good stuff. And if you don't remember how to build stuff, this is also where you do it. Go to the production panel. You can do this from any of the control panels in the ship as long as you can get to the production panel for the assembler. Very simple. We want to look at large blocks, right? So, oh look, we've got all the stuff it takes to make a beacon. takes a whole bunch of iron ingots, silicon wafers, and gold ingots. If I click on beacon here, it puts all the components I need to build a beacon into the production queue right here. Efficient. This is the most efficient way to build stuff that you've got available to you. It also takes silicon and gold. That's cool. And you'll notice it's going ahead and producing all that stuff. Awesome, awesome. Construction components, computers, radio communication components are last. I've got plenty of iron. Iron is cheap and easy, and you will find it everywhere. But once we're done assembling it, then we'll put the stuff in our inventory, see how much of it we can carry at once, and go put it on the ship. And then maybe Bruce can find us. Wouldn't that be different?
Let's hope so.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. A lot.
So that you can abuse me, huh?
You know, two people make things go faster. You know, we can use our refineries, or we can cannibalize your ship and build a base out of it.
I am putting 22K mass of iron into my refinery, so
Nice. Iron refines fairly quickly.
it's already done.
Yeah, it goes pretty quick, and it gives you a good chunk. And my stuff is almost done here. Awesome. We are done. When I am done, you'll notice I turn off the assembler. I just do. It's just that power savings are important. So I make sure that I have my personal inventory turned on up here. It's the little icon that sort of looks like a person. I've got the ship inventory over here, and particularly the assembler. And I'm just going to grab the parts as I need them. Grab that. I'm going to grab the tubes, and I'm going to grab the big tubes, and I'm going to grab the computers, and I'm going to grab the radio comm. And I couldn't grab all the radio comm. You see, I'm carrying 3,299.57 kilograms of mass, and here's the killer, 3,936.21 of 4,000 liters of volume. That is 10 times, remember, when I set this up, 10 times what you get by default. This is going to take me 2 trips. If I had it on default, it might take me 20. That is why I don't like playing with the realistic volume limits. Some people do. Some people love it, and they think that you are a cheating bastard if you don't. I'm willing to accept that. I'm willing to accept that I'm a cheating bastard. I think many of the women I've had relationships with would be willing to accept that too. Just saying. Alright, so now I've got the beacon. I don't want it sticking up like that. I've got the little thing that shows how to change the attitude of stuff on your ship on the upper right. I almost never turn that off. Boom! I built the framework, which took just a little bit of metal plate. Right, so now, when we start building things, it always builds them from the bottom up. So I am going to start welding. And you will notice that the beautiful welding animation is full of sexual gratification. I don't know, there's something about this that just pleases me to watch. I know it takes forever for a lot of people and they don't like it. Also, it's very energy consumptive. These large ship pieces are slow. But watching stuff come together, I just, look at this. It even forms a little bit at a time as you go. That's so awesome. Alright, I'm out of radio communication components. I need 27 more to build the beacon. You will be tempted sometimes when you go around your ship to go close to the engines. Let me help you with something that I have discovered the hard way. Don't. Just don't. They will hurt you. Alright, so I'm going to grab the rest of these communication components. And I'm going to put the rest of this uranium in my reactor. Oh man. I can hear the asteroids crashing outside. I hope we do not get hit by one. I mean, I can hear them, and we're kind of parked in a protective place. But, oh my god. With the headset on, you can hear the asteroids just crashing into the meteor shower crashing into this, and it's really disturbing. It's really disconcerting. Alright. Radio comms, and the construction components are going in. Even so, the beacon is online now. Very much online. The beacon will consume some power. If you got it, we'll consume it all. We have a beacon. You see it says beacon, which is not what I really wanted to say, but that's not a problem because we have technology. And I'll share that technology with you. I hit go in here, I hit T, and I hit K. If you go to beacon, you can change the name. And I'm going to just call this the Lure. Why? Because we were discussing the crime of luring the other day. Don't ask. If you want to look it up, Google is your friend. But you may be disappointed. Alright, so look, we've got everything out of the refinery. All good. The refinery has some stuff that needs to be moved over manually into the assembler. Unless I turn the assembler on, and then it should just kind of grab everything. Let's look at inventory. Sure did.
Oh, I see lure.
Ah, you see the lure.
And I'm less than a...
Less than a kilometer away.
Yes. But I'm going to get some...
You've got to fix your ship before you can come over here.
Yeah, I'm doing some uranium at the moment.
Yep. Well, and you've got the iron, so put a bunch of...
Oh, the iron was going through the...
Right.
I was already refining that, so...
Right, as I was saying, go ahead and put some iron plates in your... make some iron plates. Put them in your inventory, and you can start welding up that floor and maybe getting that thing working again. You just need the command chair to work. The Lure. Awesome. Alright, so...
And we were so close to each other.
We were. That's space for you, man. Space is hard. Space is complicated. Alright, since we seem to be a pretty safe little area down here, I'm kind of tempted to just sort of make this asteroid our sort of HQ and start building some stuff. What I need, however, to do that is to go to the production plate and just start making a whole ton of, like, steel plate. If you hit Control and something, it'll make 10 of it. Alright, so I just made steel plate. If you hit Shift and something, it will make 100 of it. Which, as you can see, it's now making 100 steel plate. And steel plate goes pretty quick, thankfully. That's a good thing. And now, I'm going to take that steel plate and put it in my inventory. I could carry about 400, 500 steel plate at this realism level, at times 10. That makes a difference. Makes a big difference. Alright, so we've got plenty of fuel over here. Bruce can see where the lure is. I'm going to go down here and maybe... I'm going to try to figure out where I want to put a... Just something to start building a base off of. You know, just in the shadows here. This is fine. Alright, so I'm going to the G, the big panel of stuff I can build. And, wow, window, flat inventory. The new window stuff is just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And I'll worry about that later. That's not what I'm looking for. Right now I'm looking for something basic. In particular, light armor blocks, light armor slopes, and light armor corners, and light armor inverted corners, and maybe... I think I'll start with that. This is a good place to start. Now, the other thing to do is kind of figure out where you want to start building your stuff. That's where my ship is. So I kind of want to build out this way. If I hit G, I can build a new small ship, new large ship, or new station. I want to start building a station. And you can see everything is sort of built on the same grid. Right? And this is kind of... It's not a problem per se. But it is the nature of the way stuff is built in Space Engineers. That station stuff is locked to the same grid, right? I just need to find a place that I can kind of put... There we go. Right? And you see it's just a framework, right? I don't care. That's fine. Because I am going to basically just sort of let it be a framework while I sort of put everything together. And this is one of the secrets to doing decent building in Space Engineers. Being able and willing to sort of float around and sort of rough things out. Right? Because you can rough things out. You can rough out pretty much everything as long as you've got the basic framework. You see I'm sort of filling in, attaching it to the wall. Platforms do not move. You can't move them. They can't be reoriented. They can't be recircled. They can't be thrusted. They don't move. They are anchored by space. And that's okay. That's fine. That's okay. That's something we can live with. Alright, I'm going to make this a couple more panels wide, because this is just going to be sort of a starting area. I'll put a beacon on this, too, once we get up to that point.
Well, I don't know if this is going to be worth it, actually.
Why is that?
It says I need 16 small iron tubes just to fix the catwalk, it looks like.
Yeah, small iron tubes are cheap. Make about 50, stick some in your pocket. I'm just sort of getting this all lined up. And once I get this lined up, I will probably reorient the ship to it. You can see that you kind of have to be fiddly with this a little bit. I'll probably reorient the ship to it, and then we'll relocate our mining operations elsewhere. You can also see way down there, 7 kilometers away, there's a private sail barge. I really kind of expect Bruce to go and get one of those. Just steal it to get back here. Make sure he's charged up before he does, though. Wouldn't do to have him, like, die on the way. Alright, I think that's enough of a platform to start on. And if I turn off my thrusters, I'm okay with that. Alright, so I switched to my welder. You see all these things are now weldable, and they all just want steel plates. So now it's just a matter of having roughed it out. Here's the other thing to note. You see that's kind of gray? It is gray. Not kind of gray. It is gray. Right? Nobody wants just boring gray space platforms, right? Oh, maybe you do. Maybe you do. Maybe we'll just paint it later.
Maybe a Borg.
Yeah, but you can paint things. Oh, look, I'm out of steel plates. These light armor blocks, these station armor blocks, they are really, really pricey. So, again, I'm just going to run in here to my assembler. Look and see how much iron I got. I got plenty of iron. The easy way to do... What's that?
I've lost sight of the
lure?
The private sail.
Oh, yeah. If it gets far enough away, you will lose it. But you can see the lure.
And I'm just flying over to the lure right now with...
Oh, did you fill up your pockets with stuff?
Well, I mean, I'm only less than a click away, so... It's not like we can't just go back and forth and grab whatever we need.
Fair enough. I have just told my assembler to make more plates than it actually has iron for, which means I'll have to go and get more iron eventually, by a lot. But iron is one of those things that either you have so much you don't know what to do with yourself, or so little you don't know what to do with yourself. Oh, do you remember how you approached? You can go back and get the ship. How you doing? Let me walk out and say hi.
Well, apparently door's on the other side.
Hey, let's see if Bruce is here.
Nope, alright. Door's on the reverse from you, okay.
Where are you? I lost you. There
I'm
you
right
are.
behind you.
Oh man, what up?
Let's fly over
Hey,
to the
how you
other
doing? I hanging upside down there for you. It's, how's that going for you there, bro?
Yeah.
Flying off, oriented the completely different direction.
And I can see the ship right over here now, actually.
All right. Well, if you can see it, you can
It's
get it.
plopped on the rock.
Awesome. All right. I want to show people one more thing about the yellow ship that's by default. You'll notice everything's accessible from outside. So you don't actually have to go inside to do stuff like your refining and stuff. You can just fly up and drop your stuff off, pick your stuff up from inside. It doesn't sound like it's as useful as it is. In truth, that it saves you so much time once you get used to it that you don't even know. So I'm going to grab me some of these iron plates as they come out. And I've only got 65% of my thrusters left, or power pack left. So I'll just sort of... This will not take long. I will either run out of plates quick, or I will run out of power quick. It's not even kidding. That's the part that will kill you more often than anything. So keep an eye on your power. It will tell you when you get to 20%. When you get to 20%, you go sit in a cockpit, or in theory, stand in front of one of those medical bays. I've never got that to work for me.
I've actually used the medical base a couple of times.
The charge?
So far.
Nice. So yeah, it's all about the welding once you get stuff roughed out. I think. Once I get this platform set up. If you plan to land ships on a thing, and when I say land, I mean set a large ship or even a small ship on a platform with thrusters that point down toward it, and you probably will. Do not use light armor blocks. Just don't do it. Don't even think it. Don't consider it. Don't conceive of it. Because thrusters will cut armor blocks faster than you can say Dolly Parton's boobs. And you can say that pretty quick. And that can be really terrifying for you if you've set on, if you set up a base and you're really proud and you're like, alright, I'm going to start building a new ship. You sit down a foot to start building stuff on, and you start going, and then you're like, alright, I'm going to take off for the first time. It's going to be awesome. And then you realize that you've just blown a massive hole in your platform just by taking off. Nobody wants that. Nobody. So be careful. Use heavy armor plates for building your docking platforms. In fact, if you think something might be out in the sun, or it might take an asteroid hit, use heavy armor plate. It won't save it, but they'll only get dented, not destroyed. You'll appreciate that later. I'm going to have to pull up a little bit. Do some zero-G welding, where you don't know which way is up. Man, it's easy to get disoriented. So easy. Alright. Oh, see, it says suit energy is low. Life support systems may fail. And by that, they mean I might suffocate to death and choke on my own urine. It is, space after all. So, we'll go back in here, and like a sane person, I could jump into suit, but I'm going to try that. When you charged up at the bay, how'd you do it, Bruce? Oh, just point at that and hit T. Awesome.
Yes, exactly. Right. In fact, I'm at 73%, but I'm just going to do it now anyway. So
that actually charges up faster than sitting in the chair. So I'm totally down with this. 99, 95, 100. Sweet. All right, let's see if I can get some more plates out of here. Wow. Okay.
Well, I think I may see one problem here.
What's that?
If you're looking at my screen after it looks like I'm missing a complete plate underneath the cockpit.
Oh yeah, that'd be a problem. That would be a real problem. You can see our platform is starting to form up here. That would be a serious problem. I'm actually going to have to find some iron here in a minute, which is going to be weird. I guess I'll just find it and stick it in a reactor. Fantastic. I love how the textures on this game look. All the ship textures are beautiful. All of them are just gorgeous. And it just feels right for space. If you watch other people's space engineers videos, you'll get that feel too. It feels very spacey. I like that. That's what I'm here for. Space Engineers appeals to me in the same way that old school Minecraft did, where I could just go out, brave the hazards of the environments, and build stuff that was exciting and different and new and just, I don't know. There's something about that that just appeals so much. So much.
I don't know if this is repairable.
No? What do you? Let's see the underside.
I'm on the underside.
I can't hit V and switch to third-person view so that I can.
But it's not telling me what's damaged or what I need or anything for.
Well, you know what? I might start by cutting out that grate on the front with the angle grinder. Because man, I hate that thing. The grate on the front of the ship, so annoying. All right, I'm actually gonna go look for some iron. Let's see. Oh, I'm parked on it. Fantastic.
What would you recommend putting back in?
Nothing. I mean, we're wearing spacesuits. Eventually you can replace it with glass, or eventually you can cannibalize the whole ship and build something else out of it. Build a small ship out of it, which would not suck if you wanted to build a mining ship. I have been known to cannibalize large ships for parts to make smaller, more agile, more useful ships.
Still showing thrusters and gyroscope in red and 0.
Well, you cut it out. Let's see what's... Go back underneath it there.
It's kind of nice that I can just...
Yeah. Just step out. Let's see. Oh, we're looking at the bottom of it. Why don't you put in a actual light armor block underneath it, attached to the framework of the ship? From underneath.
You know, let's see. I don't have light armor.
Yeah, you do.
Let's see.
Just go to... Well, first put it on your bar. Hit G, put it on your bar. And you do have some armor plates, right?
I should have some in my inventory. I made steel plates.
Alright.
Let's see. Well, I thought I had.
That's alright. It's easy enough to make some. You only need...
Interior plate?
What's that? No, not an interior plate. Steel plate. Go back to the assembler. Go to production.
Actually, I made 30 steel plates.
Oh, cool. Put them in your backpack. Go back under the... and go out of the control panel. Hit G. And then put a light armor block on your bar. Oh, you got it. I see. And then go underneath the ship and see if you can't... How much more?
Well, no, it doesn't want to stick to it there.
Doesn't want to... How about the other plates next to it? You may have to repair them before you can put one in.
No, they're showing 100%.
Okay. Let's...
100% there. 99, I mean, good enough.
Yeah. Huh. Go back to the underside and show me the bottom of the cockpit. Trying to figure out why it's not connected.
There's the cockpit.
I can't turn that block off so I can sort of see around that. Walk underneath that a little bit more. It's hard to say. Mainly because it's hard to see.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me grab some more of this iron, put it in a hole, and I'll head over there. I think I can do that.
Well, I can put one right here onto the good front piece.
Okay.
And maybe I can build across it.
Maybe. Give it a try. Worst case, you can take it off. You got.
Well, it may. Don't know what that is, but
that's the lattice. That's the framework. You go up and you weld it. Takes a minute, but that's how it goes. That's creation for you. See, I don't even know why I'm like going in through the side door. I know that I can go to the back. And
the rock, the asteroid is actually what is preventing it.
Oh, that ship is hosed. All right, I have an idea though. You know how to get to the lure, right?
Right.
How about we build the parts for a beacon? And we'll take the parts for the beacon over, and we'll put the beacon together on that thing. And then, turn everything else off but the beacon, because it won't need it. And we can start tearing it apart and ferrying it back.
Well, let me go grab some stuff now as it is. Just not to come over empty-handed.
Oh, yeah. The grinder is your friend. You can start taking off steel plates left and right.
Well, I was talking about inventory inside, but...
Oh, yeah, you can do that, too. But, yeah, there's no point in coming over empty-handed completely. We'll literally fill up your inventory. And, I will start building the stuff for a beacon.
Like, basically, our...
In fact, I've just started building the stuff for a beacon. Because I've got the stuff to make it. Got it here.
No, that was incorrect what I did there, so... Hold on a second.
What's that?
Well, I took the uranium out.
Right.
And it turned everything off. I can't...
Yeah, you gotta put the uranium
anything.
back in.
Yeah.
That's a sad thing, but...
Do we need cargo containers and assemblers over there? And
we will eventually, because we'll put them on the platform. And the platform will become our main, construction platform, and then we'll, use the parts to make a ferry/mining vessel. Because building a small ship, way easier and less resource intensive than a large ship. So you tear one of these things apart, and man, you've got the parts for 2 or 3 small ships if you do it right. So that's the secret.
Yeah, let's see. I'm trying to tear the inside apart, and nothing's coming apart.
Yeah, you're using the wrong tool. You want to use the angle grinder. Thing
okay.
on 2. And all that. Alright, the assembler has finished. So I will take all the tubes, all the computers. I need to know what production for beacon was. Crap. Need to know what the beacon construction is. Come on. 8 computers, 40 radio comms, and 80 steel plates. I only need 80 steel plates. So if I grab this and hit Control, and then I grab some radio comm stuff, I have almost everything that I need to build that beacon. In fact, if I leave the grinder here, no, if I leave the mine here, yeah, I might be able to, small cargo container. I'll leave my mining tool here, I might be able to grab another couple of, radio comm stuff. Nope. No point in leaving it here then. I might want it. Alright. I'm gonna see if I can't come out to you, bro. I'm loaded up. I'm all charged up. Hope to God I can do this right. Alright, and I know I can find the lure again. Just hope I can find you.
Well, I mean, I'm actually, once you start coming over, I'm visible from the lure.
Are you?
Hold on, I'll step outside.
See, I don't see you. I'm not sure which way to look, though.
Hold on.
Alright. I'm floating out in space. Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. I'm looking around like a crazy man.
Look over here. You should see my name because I see you.
Over here.
Down, maybe?
Ah, I see you. You're to my right, actually. Okay.
And as you come over a little bit, you'll actually see the yellow on the rock.
Well, I can. Awesome. Alright. Alright then, I'm gonna fly over the fun way. Which is by throwing lots of thrusters on and coasting.
And I'm going to run back inside here because I've got about 28%.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to do that. Alright, I am on a direct line of sight. I should probably turn off my inertial dampeners. Awesome.
The door is on the far side from the angle that you're coming in.
Yep, I see it. I know the orientation of these ships pretty damned intimately, sadly. Alright, I'm going to throw on a beacon, and that will help a lot. Where's the beacon? Here it is. And I'm going to throw most of a beacon on. I'll actually have to make 2 trips of it.
Named SS Minnow. Well, we
you
do
name
have
it whatever you want, bro. I don't know.
Well, I do have an assembler and a refiner. Refinery's still up in here, so
yeah.
You could just make the parts you need instead of doing 2 trips over here.
I've got I'd have the materials back at my ship. Remember? We may need to leave. Let's see. What parts do we want to leave? I'm going to throw the beacon underneath, and we'll leave like one of these steel plates down here. Just because we got to have something to attach it to. Alright. Welding this shit up. Control Major Tom. Do I not have construction components? Yeah. Apparently, I didn't grab everything I needed.
Well, it's not too far away, and I'll leave the health station
No,
up and
cool.
running here.
No, that's cool. I'm at 80%. Wow, this asteroid has a ridiculous amount of resources. I can see in the sunlight. Just not safe to go mine them with our ship. Our main ships. Well, if I go out the front of my ship, if I go away from the front of my ship, no, the back of my ship, I should be looking at you. Looking at me. Oh, I did not grab all the construction components. That's what killed me. Alright. I'm gonna grab some more plates just in case. Alright, how are we doing for power? I'm sure I should just go sit down and see. Alright, we fuel time 1 day. A solid day, 24 hours. With our current layout. So I could probably extend that by turning off stuff. Which I am not above. Alright. flying out of the asteroid. Yeah, you were just next door, weren't you?
Yep.
I think that's what I'm seeing. I think that's you I'm seeing. Hope I'm flying the right direction.
Well, here, let me...
Yep. Looking for you again. Ah, yep. I'm flying the right direction. Cool.
And we have a business shipment coming in.
Yep. Now, I have got the idea of building a specialized ship to go grab those things. Literally grab them so I don't have to worry about them exploding. And I think that's a good idea in terms of design, but you might just want to go out and just grab it. See if you can't pilot it back nearby.
Well, let me grab this engine first, and then I might just... because you're going to be putting that beacon up.
I've got it. Yeah, it's more than halfway done. And
I could use a new ship.
beacon's online, and you can rename it as Wreckage or whatever.
Or just leave it as beacon.
You probably want to name it. We don't want to end up with a whole bunch of beacons named Beacon. That way we'll know where we're going.
Well, first let me run inside, charge up.
Yep. Actually, let's see. Did you disassemble the storage yet? No.
Nope.
I'm going to stick some steel plates in there. You know what? I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go with you to jack this thing. Is it going away? No, it's coming close. Awesome. I'm going to charge up. The entire front end of your ship is like gone.
Yeah, I've been scavenging it.
Love it. Uh-oh.
Do we need rifles?
Nope. Nope, you should just be able to take it. I cannot charge up from your health pod. Interestingly.
Huh.
So you're going to have to go jack it. I will start grinding away the roof of your ship. Instead, I'm a shipbreaker, man. Total shipbreaker.
You're a shipbreaker, and I'm a ship thief.
Hey. Don't think of it as thievery. Think of it as repurposing.
Now, the purpose, you just go in the door and...
Yep. Just go in the door. Grab it.
There's no one there?
There's nobody in there. Eventually they'll have automatic turrets, but not yet. Not yet.
Turn on my pirate voice. Arr!
Arr, piracy. I would not be amiss to little piracy, sir. Arr. I have to keep an eye on my energy level because with no cockpit and me not able to use your your medic bay, I can
but you're still only a little distance away.
I know. I just have to be careful. I'll just start taking apart this small thruster. It's thruster components. Man, the thruster components are such a pain in the butt to make. Them and reactor components, those are the things you really love to find. And the other thing to be careful about when you're shipbreaking is you don't want to end up cutting loose a part that is holding other parts in place. You just don't want to do that. All right, I'm also cleaning out your inventory. I'll take it to our base here in a bit. Okay, since I got to go anyway. All right. There's the lure. Turning off inertial dampeners and go in. I'm tempted to name that ship beacon the Edmund Fitzgerald. I might, however, be the only one that finds that funny.
Actually, I'm from Michigan, so I'm well aware of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Well, then you know what a wreck it is.
Yep. Up in Lake Superior.
Yeah. Oh, you found the business shipment. Now let's hope.
Well, I can't get in. It's.
I bet you can. It's just the door may be camouflaged. Go around to the back side. Well, that sounds dirty.
I'm just trying to.
Why does it sound dirty when I say?
Stay up with
because
it.
It's totally dirty when I say that. All right.
Okay, I see the back door for you, Squid.
You gotta get in the back door, man. Get in there. You'll have better luck if you turn off your inertial dampeners. That'll keep you from basically drifting around out of control. You just want to walk up, hit T on that little panel next to the...
And I've got myself a new ship.
Hot damn. Alright.
Power usage. Okay, that's coming up good.
Alright. Have you turned on the inertial dampeners are on and it didn't explode? Looks like you've got yourself a new ship.
Inertial dampeners. I don't see them on the side, but...
No, well, it's on the right-hand side. You've got 7 thrusters. Oh, dampeners are off.
How do you turn them on?
Z. Same as for the suit.
Let's try it.
If half of it blows apart. Oh, it's slowing down. Awesome. And now you're at speed of 15 meters a second. Awesome. Now you can turn them back off and move toward the base. And note, that's a solar-powered skiff. So you're in good shape. All you have to do is park it outside, and it can hold station indefinitely, basically. That's a good thing to have.
I just don't like the view from it.
Well, we can rebuild the front end or something. I don't know, man. That's a no-brainer. We can do that.
Well, let's see. Power usage, whenever I try to go forward, it's in the negative.
Of course it is, because it uses a lot of power. But you notice you are accelerating slowly.
And actually, it doesn't show. For me, it's still 15.2.
Thrusters are on. Turn on dampeners again. Roll around the ship with the Alt. Let me see which way the engines are pointed. Alright, you got 2 pointed forward, 2 pointed back. Huh. It should be stopping.
Well, my speed's coming down.
Yeah, it's going to be slow. It's not going to handle very much well because it's got shit for thrust. Some of your solar cells are damaged. You fix that. Yeah, as long as you park it on the dark side of the asteroid, it should be good. Or just get it close and I'll come out and park it if you want me to. Alright, now we've got stuff that we can build stuff with in the assembler. I'm coming back out to your ship. And now we are well on our way. Piracy. It's a way of life.
Well, I am slowly coming into it, so I see that the distance is shrinking, so...
Alright. And your dampeners are on, so it should be stopping, is basically what it should be doing.
I'm applying forward thrust.
Ah, okay. Well, you've got the dampeners off, so you may want to, may just want to... Well, I see, the problem is we don't know what the thrust vector is. And this is a problem in Space Engineers for me too, because I love Kerbal Space Program and I love space in general, and I need to know what the vector is. What's the vector, Victor? Otherwise, I just can't work it, man. Just can't work it. But I am back. I'm about to scavenge your ship some more.
Don't say I never gave you anything.
I'm putting it in storage, and we're going to build something better for you out of it. So you know, we'll give you a little ship that you can run about with, and pretty good, I think. Just have to be careful not to take apart anything that holds something else in place. And I'm sort of working on these thrusters. These thrusters are all one piece that way. I guess we could start disassembling the front end, where you seem to have rammed it into an asteroid. I'm not judging, except I'm totally judging.
Oh, quit complaining. I just got us a new ship.
It's true. And it's one with solar cells, which we can totally use.
And who knows what it might have in any inventory, since
Oh,
it
that's
is
true.
a
We haven't even
business
deducted its
shipment.
inventory. God only knows what it has in storage. Are you getting closer?
Slowly.
7 point. Yeah, I see you moving. Just don't be moving so fast you can't stop it.
Well, my speed says 6.6, so...
Okay, fair enough.
So I don't think I'm going like 150 or so like I can with the jetpack.
No. In fact, they just, in the patch before last, they had just changed the jetpack so that you could catch up with ships. You can go faster as a spaceman than you can flying a ship, which is weird because there should be no limit. I mean, you know, reaction mass and stuff, but that's the way it is. Can't explain it. Also, you're going to come back and find that the top of your ship is, like, gone.
No, that's what I had started doing, was taking it off, so...
Yep.
I was going topless.
Never speak again. The gravity generator's still on. I'm going to take out the door. The door, which has a display, which is surprisingly hard to get your hands on, hard to make. Alright, taking out the interior plates, construction equipment.
And I'm just pretty much coasting in nice and gently here.
That's the way you want to do it. There's no hurry on it. That's the best part. I mean, we're just working our way around. Just, if you hear asteroids... Well, if you hear asteroids, we're probably going to have an interesting situation. So if you hear asteroids here, we got asteroids. But luckily, you are cleverly parked on the back side of the asteroid. God, they are loud, though. Terrifying.
Cleverly crashed?
Yeah, that's it. That was all part of your plan, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to make the show more interesting.
Oh God, yeah, I totally understand that. It wouldn't do any good if we didn't start with somebody who was, like truly stranded in space.
Sure thing, Skipper. My name's Gilligan.
Considering our relative body masses, that's hilarious. That is ironic. However, I don't mind being the funny one. That's okay with me.
Well, right now you're being more of the professor than anything. So.
I know. It's a common burden for me. All right, I think I can take this thruster out without having too much trouble.
And since I apparently have the rich man ship, does that make me Mr. Howell?
That's correct, sir.
And we threw Lovey out as we went by. Such a nag.
Yeah. I never liked her anyway. All right, I'm going to do something twisted on your ship. I'm turning off the thrusters.
What do you mean on my ship? I mean, I've got a
on the
ship
wreckage.
here.
On the wreckage. let me rephrase that. I'm doing something twisted on the wreckage. I'm turning off the thrusters. I'm also turning off the refinery and the assembler and renaming the beacon to Wreckage, which is the name of a great radio station. I'll throw that out there.
And it has changed on my screen as well.
Awesome. Yay!
Now, can I leave the cockpit and look around while I'm drifting in?
Yeah, as long as you don't turn on if you turn on your inertial dampeners, you will stop moving. So you probably don't want to do that. You know, if you know how to get back in the back end. Wow, I said that. Okay.
And
Yeah.
I would prefer if you didn't say that, but
Yeah, I think I kind of wish I had.
no
not
gravity
said
on
that.
the ship.
No. All right, I have got. I'm going to take apart this Star
And
Stable.
I actually can't. There's no storage lockers or anything that I can see.
Nope. All right. Well, you know what? You
No.
bring it back, and we can break it down for parts.
I'm going to step away from the mic for a few moments. Feel free to jump on if you think I'm going to crash, but
I would have to actually be able to get to it before you crashed. So
bio calls, but I'll be back in a moment.
I understand. Let's see, how far is he from us? 6 kilometers. I think we're good. We're safe. Turning off the dampeners because I'm at 30% power. And nobody wants to die horribly in space alone with no power. I mean, you don't really want to die horribly in space with people with power. So, you know, none of this is going to turn out nicely for anybody. I haven't mentioned it before, but the music for this game is really inspiring. It's honestly great for the feel of the game, and I think the devs really deserve some high praise for the soundtrack. It provides a suitable sense of the epic. I always feel like I'm doing something fantastic. Whether I'm just flying around, like I am right now, just going between ships, whether I'm mining in a hole, nothing matters. I feel like I'm doing something that, you know, is worthy of the name Cosmonaut. Or whatever I'm at. You know, whatever we are. You know how it goes. So, yeah, I'm really pleased every time the soundtrack kicks on. Alright, I've got lots of parts. I'm going to put them in the assembler.
And I'm back and haven't seemed to even move much.
No, you're not very fast. It's
now
true.
the thing is, how do you stop? What's the
The easiest way? Just throw on the inertial dampeners and pray. That's really it. That's really all you can do. And you'll notice something I want to note to people because they may not notice it if they're in the middle of stuff. The amount that the assembler can hold in its actual construction part containment is limited to 10,000 cubic liters. That can be a problem sometimes, depending on if you're building out of it or just using it for storage like I am right now, which is the wrong thing to do. Because if I put all these steel plates in here, it goes up to 8,300. What I should really do is move all this stuff over to the storage containment on my ship, which I will do eventually. In fact, maybe I'll just start with that now. While Bruce brings our pillaged joy.
Arr.
I shall. Oh, yeah, that's right. Small cargo.
I'm actually doing a test here. I'm seeing how long it does get down to 0 speed. Because I just turned on the dampeners just to try it out. And so far it's been about a minute. I'm at 2 meters per second.
Alright.
Just so I can have an idea ahead of time.
Oh, it's not very fast. I'm seriously thinking that if we are clever, and we are, the right thing to do is to strip that thing for parts and build other ships out of it.
Oh yeah.
Because
I'm looking.
The thrusters.
I'm looking for the Serenity, please.
I don't know about that, but we can try something. We can make a mining ship or a tow ship or a work platform. There's all sorts of stuff we can build at a small ship scale that will be less horribly slow and badly designed. Oh, look, my suit energy's low.
But then again, I did find out playing this in creative that, I mean, even a box shape moves good in space.
Yeah, I mean it'll work. It'll work. Space engineers is interesting for a number of reasons, but among which is the fact that you really need to think about where your thrusters are. You really do. I know that sounds weird, but the layout of your thrusters really makes a difference, a huge difference to the handling of your ship. And
well, we may have a bit of a problem here.
Oh dear, I don't like the way that sounds. Houston.
Well, I turned the dampeners back off. Oh. I'm at speed is 0 meters per second.
Yeah.
And now let's see. Forward thrust should be the same as a character, right?
W, yeah.
And I get that power usage in the red again.
That's fine. I mean, you should be getting slow acceleration, if no acceleration.
No acceleration at all.
Zoom in a little bit and see if you can see the engines glowing. They are on. I can see them. They're blue.
But there's no thrust from them.
No, the ones in the back. Yeah, remember, it's
sail front. But I'm still making sure.
Yeah, no, they seem to be. They're on. They're just not very powerful. You don't have a lot of power on that. I mean, you're getting 44.25 kilowatts out of those solar cells, which is almost nothing.
But I haven't moved an inch.
I'm almost tempted to say turn it around and see if it'll go backwards faster. Wouldn't be the first time I said something like that.
No, I'm just actually going to try to go backwards just where I'm at. Forget turning it around.
Well, no, if you go backwards right where you're at, you'll be going backwards the wrong direction.
I know, but it's still not moving, so...
Well, it is part. You're within flying distance in terms of jetpack. You're what 5 kilometers away. But you could start stripping it.
I'm thinking I might do something else first in a moment.
It is stopped. So what I would suggest doing is like starting with the solar sails, all except for the last one.
Well, I may need to do something else first.
Oh, okay. What is this other thing?
If you will notice, sir, on your screen.
Yeah. The door won't open? Oh.
No, I mean...
Okay.
We have a private sale coming in, so why not we grab another one? You've turned me into a pirate.
Okay. Go to it, boy. Get to it, boy. You know where it's at. And that was the redneck in me coming out, apparently. That's a little creepy. We don't like to talk about that. That's a little untoward. Got my steel plate. I'm having to be real careful about what I disassemble. I don't want anything to go floating off without any support. Diagonal window, which is serving for stairs here. Taking the steel catwalk.
Oh, and we got it. Oh, no, forget it.
Oh, what? Huh?
No, I was going to say we have another business shipment coming in, but that's actually the waypoint for the one I just left.
Oh, yeah, you probably should have renamed that one, but... It's alright. It's all good. Wow, I think I am full of cargo here, and I must back to the lure.
And there are no NPCs in this game, right?
Not yet. Except for these ships. These ships were just added 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. Eventually they will be powered, and their turrets will be enabled. So pirating them will be a lot more difficult, frankly.
I wonder if it's any more difficult than trying to find the door on this thing.
Yeah, well, you know how it goes. What
Oh,
can you
great.
do?
Squid's got me going in the back door again, it looks like.
I know! I have this terrible effect on everyone. It's all about the anal. What is up with that? Folks, you knew, if you've known me before, sooner or later there was going to be a discussion of anal. I'm on a show. That's what's going to happen. This is that moment. Bruce is out of control. Can't keep from going in the back door.
Whoa, what did I...
I don't know. What happened?
Somehow I've gotten back to, the wreckage.
It blew up and killed you.
But it's still flying.
Yeah, it just means its beacon's still powered. Yeah, that one apparently killed you, bro.
Oh, and Jessica never came back, did she?
No, she's probably having to do with the kids. It's alright. Some people have lives, not like us. It's cool. I'm not sure where else to go with this, but I think I'm going to just help disassemble this, and then I'm going to start building a containment for... I'm going to build a container on our platform, maybe some lights. Got to start with a generator. Got to start with a generator. There's no way around it. Inertial Dampeners. Is there anything else I can disassemble here that's easy? Thrusters? Thrusters. Yeah, I'm taking the thrusters off this thing. Like I said, well, what we'll do is we will take the opportunity to...
Well, the ship is still here, by the way.
Which one?
The private sail.
Is it? Then I don't know what killed you. Did you run out of life power? Did you run out of super
No,
power?
I'm just getting out here where it is. Pretty much almost the same spot. I'm at 91%.
Huh. I don't know. And it doesn't seem to be blown in half or anything, so... I don't know what to tell you. That's a little strange. Alright, I got 2,700 here. Don't have enough to... So I have to work on some of these plates. Don't have enough to take apart another one of those thrusters, but...
I don't know if this is the door or not. There's no control on it, so...
Sometimes you just gotta cut a hole and go in hard. You heard it here, folks.
It's real hard to stay lined up with it.
Yep, it sure is. I can't help it. That's what happened. That's just what happened.
So I'm just going to take out...
Usually the door's on the back there. So if you cut that plate...
I'm just going to take the thrust out.
No. Take the plate above the thruster. There should be like a flat plate. You take that out, you should be able to get in. If I remember that design.
Oh, come on. I took out the engine, and it's still...
Well, it's still going. It's drifting. It's not under thrust. It is drifting in 0G. That's how it works.
Yeah, but it's getting... It should be slowing down a little bit. It's pulling away.
There's no friction. Space! You get stuff moving, and inertia keeps it moving. It's one of the good things about it. So yeah, you just need to get in there for that door. Wow, man, this thing... When you hit this rock, you were not dicking around. You were like, oh, I don't like that asteroid. I don't like it at all. Screw that guy. Screw that guy. Just like plowing into it. As I'm cutting these broken bits of hull off the front. It's like, oh, mangled. I feel like I got the jaws of life. Wow, look at that thing. Seriously, folks, if you're still watching, look at that. That is all shattered all to hell. He did not like that rock. It's alright. It's alright. Still just trying to get all of this I can without having to break down stuff that's going to kill power. Or take out bits that'll make other bits float. That's not good. How's it coming out there with that private sail?
Can't get in. So,
Man.
and the screen seems to be glitching it. So it's like I'm traveling through it.
Could be rubber banding a bit. Well, since you haven't gotten to the cockpit, it doesn't matter. It gets to the edge, it will be, it'll de-res. That's one of the great things about these things. You get to the edge of space, and it will de-res, and that is awesome. And that's good. It's good for us. It's all kinds of good for us.
Like I just saw the cockpit there for a moment.
I can see it, yeah. You're rubber banding. I got all turned around here. I got disoriented. That's the wreckage. Private sail. Where's the lure? Oh, there's the lure. Too many things showing up. I'm surprised I haven't, like, smacked into part of the asteroid at high speed yet. That's usually what happens to me. I usually just sort of ram into stuff. I'm like, oh, what? How did I lose health? Oh, yeah, that's because I suck. That's how. Alright, I'm going to unload these plates, and these construction components, and these thruster components, and these large steel tubes, and these computers, and then I'll probably have to come back for them because...
And I died. I don't know how I died, but...
Oh dear. You should respawn in the wreckage. You know what? Don't worry about it. You didn't get to the... You weren't in the cockpit, right?
I actually got in the cockpit somehow for a moment. I sort of rizzed through it.
But luckily there are, in theory, tools to let us edit that.
So,
Alright.
forget it.
Yeah, here's my thought. I don't think there's much else that we can break down over there. Alright, here's what I want. Need to build some basic components over here. First, we need a generator. Large reactor. I want a large reactor? That's a lot of steel plate. A lot of reactor components. I think I'll just build a small reactor first. Need a small reactor. And we need a gravity generator. And we'll need some lights. But first, small reactor. You're probably wondering, why the hell are you building all this on a... I need small plates. Or steel plates. Why the hell are you building all this on the thing? And the answer is, because that's where we're going to start moving stuff to. It's going to be our new manufacturing. So what I need, a whole bunch of steel plates. But I'll just grab all I got. It's usually how I do this. And yes, I know I don't have to actually go into the ship to grab this stuff. I know. I do need lights though for a moment. Alright, reactor. Construction components, metal grids, large steel tubes. Metal grids, large steel tubes.
And I'm heading out to the business ship to see what we can get off it.
Alright, like I said, start with the solar sails because they will be the most valuable parts. Grids. That's all I can carry right now. Sort of go up and put together this reactor. If I can get this reactor going, reactor components, I need 100. If I can get a reactor going in here, we get some lights. We move over the assembler and the refinery from that ship, and yeah. I don't think we got any reactor components in here. No, we don't. Alright, so production. I need reactor components. They're here in the blueprints. Folks, you can do this stuff from outside too. So, go to your production panel, look for your reactor components. Reactor components, which are... there they are. I need 100. Iron, gravel, and silver. I think I got it. One shift click, and turn it on. See, it automatically just starts cranking. Plenty of those. Like I said, I suggest turning stuff off and leaving it off until you need it. Because, you know, there's no point in wasting power. Power is a pain in the butt to get if you don't have it. If you do have it, well, it's okay. It's like, you know, power in every other environment. Let's see, I'm going to put the tubes back in here. I think I need the grids. You only want it when you don't have it. It's power. Alright. Cool. Turn that back on. Get back over here. I'm tempted to turn off those thrusters, but since I don't have a foot on the ship yet, no point in that. That's going to be one of my things to do soon. Oh, motors and computers. I need 6 motors and 25 computers.
Okay, I got into the cargo of the ship here.
Yep, what you got?
Apparently it won't let me move things over.
To your inventory?
Yeah, I'm trying to get... because there's
Oh, that's because they're in a different cargo container.
Ah, okay.
I'm going to have to make some more motors, I'm sure of it. Let's see, just make... I need nickel and cobalt. That's why I don't have motors. That could be a problem. I need 2 more motors. Alright. Construction components to build that. Alright, time to go prospecting.
My volume is in the red.
Oh, yeah, you're full.
So, let's just go put some stuff back into this,
Yeah, or you can run it over to the lure, whichever is closer. Oh, nickel and cobalt. Really? Nickel and cobalt. Alright. So this is where things get into the, all right, we've survived the first night in Minecraft sort of sense. You know that feeling. You've survived the first night in Minecraft, and now you feel like you can start working on your projects. Though if Bruce can salvage one of those ships and bring its bits back, we'll have plenty of stuff. There's no question.
I'm heading back to the lure right now. Or actually back to the wreckage so I can charge. But...
Right? Because you can charge there. I left enough for that. Okay, the lure is not...
It's a shame I couldn't get it closer. You want to go out there and try?
Nah, I'm good. I trust that if you're having problems, there are problems to be had. Now I'm going to try and get some of this cobalt.
You say this to the guy who crashes into a rock.
Mm-hmm. Have faith. Should I not have faith in you? Is this something I should know? Have you failed to get your pilot's license?
No, apparently so.
Oh. It's terrible. Picking things up way easier in first person. Oh, it's some uranium too. Well, that's never bad. Oh yeah, I do not suggest this game to anybody who has even the slightest bit of vertigo. It's not a game that's for you. That's what I'm telling you. If you occasionally get ill on rides at the fair, this is not a game for you, because you will get totally disoriented, especially if you're doing anything in first person. Sometimes I do some mining in first person just for that old Minecraft flashback style, and yeah, what it means is I'm upside down, hanging in space with no idea of how I got there, or any idea of how I should proceed, and it's just... Yeah, I'm just saying. This stuff happens. Also, when you start making overhangs, you will end up with a whole bunch of stuff that's just awkward to get. It ends up rolling underneath. It just happens. Alright, throw this in the refinery. Turned off all the engines on this ship. So I won't, you know, fry myself on the engines, but there is the question of whether it will drift. I actually don't know. Cobalt. Iron and stone. Refinery is now on.
I just tossed a bunch of stuff into your storage.
Awesome. Awesome. Into my storage?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize you were here. Oh, you are. Huh, there you go. Man, it's just so weird to see people pop through. It's just like fast. Weird. So weird. I hope people at home who are watching this are enjoying it at all. Are learning something at all. I just don't
I hope we have people at home watching it.
Yeah, well, you know, in theory. I guess I could switch over and look at the stats, but my expectation is that people may not be watching it live, but hopefully we'll watch it later. See, that's how I get through the night.
And then Then we have strong expectations that they will call into the Media Outsiders every Sunday night, 10:05 Eastern Time. You can find us on TalkShoe ID 81865, and talk about games.
That's a good one. That was good of you.
Yeah. Games, movies, nudity, TV shows.
There's remarkably little nudity.
Well, we do have Kindar who normally broadcasts in the nude, so...
You got me. I try to forget about that. And I found a whole bunch of nudity. Oh, yeah,
gee, should I go after the military transporter?
I'm going to tell you something, bro. That's probably...
Do I want to die?
Full of explosives, yeah. I was going after that.
I'm going to see if I can get this vessel a little bit closer.
That's probably not the worst idea you've ever had. Which one of these is nickel? It's you. That's silver. That's nickel. Nickel looks a lot like iron. Okay. It's just enough to make motors out of. That's all I want. Want to do? Make some motors? Is that so wrong? Out here at the edge of the ship's gravity field. Dig this out. Remember what I said about mining in first person being a little disorienting? Okay, here we are. But it does make picking stuff up a hell of a lot easier.
And I don't think this is going to move one bit.
Wait, that ship?
Yeah.
Well, on the positive side, that means you can start breaking it down.
Oh, we have asteroids.
Oh yeah, are they impacting?
Well, one just hit the ship, yep.
Ooh. Did it do a whole lot of damage?
No, it just nicked... Whoops, hold on a second. It might be, I seem to be trying to drift outside.
So it's moving slowly then. Because it won't be under thrust unless you're in the cockpit. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. Just start scavenging the sails. That's all you need. Those are the ones with the components that are hard to make. They take a lot of silicon. Or, as I've heard some other people say in Space Engineers livecast, silicone. Silicone. It takes a lot of silicone. Hint, that's not how you say it. Just want to say that. Sorry, it's my own personal bugaboo. I like to, I grew up in the South, which means that I've been surrounded by ladies and gentlemen who sometimes have pronunciation issues. And, yeah, it's sort of a hot button issue with me at this point. Pronunciation. Silicon. But it's okay to say nuclear, okay? Just want to say that's okay. Oh man, I dug myself into a hole. Literally, I dug myself into a great big hole. That's cool. It's cool and all. It's alright. I got me some nickel. I'm not far from the ship. It's even better. It sounds like the refinery is still on. Oh yeah, the refinery is down from here. Hello, here. Outside access. Very, very convenient. Alright, I'll put that in there. Some more gold in here, apparently. Nickel there. Cool. We have stuff being forged. Fantastic. Let's go into the assembler. Assembler's full of raw materials, which is fine. Is there any more uranium? No. Alright. We may be able to get some motors up and running after all. Wouldn't that be nice? We might be able to actually get this platform up before the end of the broadcast. I don't know how
I've actually got speed of 1.5 going, so...
Cool. That is awesome. It's not
So maybe by next week's broadcast, we might be there.
Maybe so. That's right. That's what you're going to spend the entire game doing. It's like, oh yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. All right.
You build me a ship, I bring you parts. So, there you go.
Seems fair. Seems fair. All right, I'm going to put this uranium from my pocket into storage. Man, this asteroid is luckily uranium rich. So luckily.
Actually, the wreckage asteroid has a good fair amount on the other side as well.
Good. When we build a mining ship for you, you might go take it over there and make some stuff. And go just, like, mine it out. Alright. Nickel. We need nickel. Nickel. Necktie. Nibonium. Yeah, you guys know what I'm referring to. Let's go. Alright, let's see what we got here. The refinery is cranking along. We need nickel though. So we're going to go down, manually reorder the stuff. Put the nickel in there. So nice to be able to do that, by the way. Just really cool to just go, nah, I want you to mine some of those things, or refine some of that stuff. Oh, alright, sure. Cool. Let's go on. Alright, nickel, necktie, neobidium. I want 20 motors. Thanks. And it's like, yeah, I can do that. Sure, no problem. Boom. Alright, let's go put these on that reactor down there. Once we get this reactor down here, man, we can get this stuff up and running. Once we get a platform up and running, we can go to town. That's where it's at. Alright. Computers and steel plates. Hell yeah. Oh my god, we got it. I got motors in there. We got a reactor. We have got a reactor. So now let me go get some uranium for it.
And I'm booking in at a speedy 3.4 millimeters per second.
Awesome. My favorite. Okay, we need some steel plates. Man, did I use up most of the steel plates? Tons of steel plates. Literally tons of steel plates.
And I just put 178 in there.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see what I need for this stuff. Oh, I need the uranium. Because the next thing I'm going to do is build a gravity generator for the platform. See? Well, first I'm going to build some lights. Then I'm going to build a gravity generator for the platform. But, alright. Maximum output 5 megawatts. Current output 0 watts. That's alright, because the next step is I'm going to put a light down. I need construction components. Also, you'll notice that every bit of gear, everything you can build, everything that runs, has its own little audio sort of thing that it does. Which is awesome, because you can actually, you know, it makes sort of, you can tell what's around you just by listening to what's going on. You can tell what's going on. You know, if there's something on the other side of a wall or anything. I love that. Oh, look. Wait till I build the energy generator. Oh, the gravity generator. Alright, takes one construction component to build one of these. Let's see if I can get in here right. It's a little fiddly to get to the right point.
Are there different size gravity generators?
Not really. There's really only large. They only go on large ships or large platforms. So you can do that. You can do a couple things with that. Oh look, I've got lights. God damn, that's awesome. One of the things you can do with that is realize that you can make a sled basically that runs when you go mining. The idea being that you are, come on, having a little trouble getting to the right place to weld this light. Lights have a really weird hitbox. you can recognize that you have... you have to have a large platform, or a large ship to put a gravity generator on. So you put a small fusion reactor and a gravity generator on it, and a couple of thrusters, one thruster pointing in each direction, and a cockpit. And you've got basically a little mobile thing that you can and put a foot on the bottom, so you can attach it to an asteroid. You can mine with that. Attach it with a cargo container, and you've got a great mining platform. However, with a small ship, you can actually put drills on the front. Until we get conveyors, we won't be able to move the ore automatically to storage containers, but it's a start. Wow, max output 120 watts. The current output, it takes 60 watts per light. Well, I guess we know what's in these little lights. 60-watt light bulbs.
Well, they might be these new Obama special crap things, but...
I think you might be right. Alright, so getting this started. I need steel plates. But yeah, there are a multitude of ways to actually start planning how you're going to do your mining in ways that are awesome, advantageous, just across the board. But it's non-trivial to figure that stuff out. Sometimes I don't know what parts I need to build stuff, and I just, grab some stuff out. And that usually works. Whatever it is. Gravity generator components. I need 6. That's going to be a problem. I need some more steel plates, too. 6 gravity.
We may have some on here.
Oh, I've got some. I need some more computers. Large blocks are always just a total pain in the butt. But it's alright, because I don't think we've got any gravity generator components either. So I go to the assembler. And I need 6 gravity components. I need production. I know I need a large one. That's not what I need. I need components. And I need 6 gravity generator components. They take cobalt, iron, and gold, and we had plenty of that for my little run. There's plenty of gold on this asteroid, so that'll be easy. So yeah, that'll be cool. Got my components. I can go see if I can't finish that gravity generator for the platform. Now you're wondering why I want a gravity generator for the platform. I can sense it. So
why do you want a gravity generator for the platform?
So I'm not standing at a ridiculous angle. And once I do that, I can turn off the gravity generator on the ship, and it's all good. This nuclear reactor next to me is humming. Humming! 830 computers. That's gonna be fun. Shoot. I have 30 computers? Oh yeah. How goes the ship braking?
Well, I'm just flying now. Thought it'd be better just to bring it as closer as possible.
You heard that? That's the sound of Google trying to go, man, you're not really still here, are you? Yeah, I'm still here.
Maybe I better check my Google.
It will tell you. It's okay. Oh, and while I'm over here, I'm flipping over to our peak concurrent viewers. 5, 5 peak concurrent viewers we had, and currently we have 2. So if you're watching us live, I love you. I love you. I want to know you as a person. Yeah, you're not feeling that. Okay, sure.
Well,
cool.
This is interesting. For some reason, I have just lost my view for lure, so I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, the waypoints.
Huh. It should be just basically the way the ship's pointing.
I'm wondering when I move my mouse around looking at Google if somehow it...
Possibly hit V and it'll put you, make sure you're pointing the way the ship's pointing. But you seem to be headed toward an asteroid that looks very similar to our asteroid. Alright, gravity generator on the ship is off, which means everything's all weird.
Okay, it's back on now, so I don't know what's...
Turning on the gyros. Yeah, now I'm trying to orient the ship. I'm hoping I've got enough clearance to... Whoa. That's pretty tight, Alex. That's a hell of a tight little fit you got there. Alright, I'll go with that. Turn the gyros.
Oh, here comes some more asteroids.
Are they coming for you?
Yeah, it took out the bottom part.
Yeah, maybe you should get out and, like, yeah, grind off some of those cells before they all get knocked off. I'm just saying, some ship breaking might be okay. Alright, that's close enough to vertical. Can I go through the door? Yeah, cool. Alright. I put the gravity generator around the wrong way, but that's okay. Gravity generator's at max. Current output's 567 kilowatts. Cool. Small reactor. Cool. Alright, oh, I forgot to look and see how long that was going to last for. It won't tell me. I'm going to have to build a cockpit. This is where you start going, why do you need a cockpit on a platform? Well, I'll tell you, because...
It's not, it is actually Atlantis' command chair.
Yeah, that's basically it. But now we have multiple command chairs to choose from. Which is, frankly, awesome. I don't need weaponry. Not yet. Not yet. Also don't need an ore detector. Yet. We'll need to build a medical room. Once you strip that one apart, you can build one over here where you'll spawn at. Cockpit 3, Cockpit 2, Cockpit 1. 2 and 3 are only for large stations. So these are the new ones. Oh, and it comes in colors too. Awesome. Alright, 5. What does it take? Oh, all sorts of stuff. I need interior plates, construction components, motors, a lot of computers, and 4 displays. Alright. Let's go over here. Interior plates. Of computers. Oh, 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 oh. Or displays. Oh wait, maybe I do have computers. Alright, let's try this again. Yep. Lots of these. I need motors. You're kidding me. 2 motors? Seriously? More displays. 2 motors and 3 displays. I need. New cockpit. I know everybody's thrilled. 2 motors. Now we're all like absorbed in making this stuff happen. It's probably less interesting to watch without me constantly prattling on, or more interesting to watch. I don't know if I can judge. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Yeah, it's just better. I don't have enough computers. I need 3 more computers. Bruce is out there in deep space, spacing. I'm having an oh shit gravity moment. That's always good.
Well, I'm in the command chair now, just trying to get some energy back.
Yep.
Does our other sidekick have this game?
Other side. You mean Eric? The Half-Bee?
Yep.
Eric the Half-Bee has a Mac, and this game does not run on a Mac yet, so no. I'm not sure. He really should. This is the kind of game that he would be obsessively playing, like us. Alright! The cockpit. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah.
I think we're pretty much close enough here. We're within 2,000 meters, so...
2 kilometers? Yeah, if you tell it to start bleeding off the power, off the speed now with...
Yep, I've already turned on the dampeners, and yeah, we're gone from 3.5, we're already down to 2.
Alright, and note that we have 17 hours of fuel on this platform. Which...
And as you can see, looking at my side screen, one whole side of banks of solar panels are gone.
Good God, man. Yeah, that's pain in the butt. Yeah. Those things, you really just... I almost think we ought to take if you're going to grab one of those sail ships, you should take the components for a reactor with you. Alright, but we have an operable platform here. Totally operable, right? It's got power, it's got reactors, it's solid. So, and it's got lights. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the wreckage. And I'm going to start scavenging the assembler and the refinery. Because that...
See to it, fancy lad.
Yeah, that'll take multiple trips, unfortunately. But at least it's doable. It's very, very doable. And with that available... That should make us really, really set up well for... Let's see if I got everything... Thump. Let's see if I got everything out of this container. Everything except for... Alright, I'll grab those thruster components. Alright. Now look in the assembler. Is there anything in the assembler? No. Time to start breaking it down. I seriously doubt I'll be able to carry the whole assembler with me. It's got a lot of stuff in it, but I could be wrong. Could be very wrong. That would be awesome if I was wrong. Wouldn't want to make 6 trips. Again, we were set on ×10 reality capacity, so it wouldn't be shocking. All this is steel plates. Sweet, 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 sweet. Steel plates are going in. I think I might just try to see if I can get the storage box for it, too. because I got the room. I have got the room to just sort of grind all this away. Oh man. Oh man. Alright. Can I carry the refinery? I don't know. There's 1,100 steel plates in the refinery. I am betting I can't carry all that. I can carry some of it. I got everything but the steel plates. I'm full. Alright. Zoom! I find it terribly amusing that you ended up like a kilometer away from me.
Yeah, I was quite amused.
It's kind of hilarious, actually. But, you know... Oh, wait, did I not... Turn off the inertial dampeners. You can't travel like this. And I'm sure that one of the things we're going to need to dig up is more silicon. I accept that. As I work my way. I have played enough Kerbal Space Program that this ZG maneuvering is just not even hard anymore.
Now I'm curious, you said before you could not recharge at the wreckage.
Nope.
Right? I just recharged at your ship.
Really? Oh, maybe I was just standing in the wrong place, or maybe you were recharging from it. Huh. I see you coming out of my ship. How you doing?
Our ship now, but...
Yeah. Well, we'll build you a new one. It's cool. You bring us the parts. Shouldn't be a problem.
I've just been loading you up a boatload of stuff anyways, so...
Well, yeah.
That you've been using for a bait.
We're gonna build you a ship, bro. Don't have no doubt. Alright, cool. Charge up. Alright. Hit it over to the wreckage to grab the rest of the refinery, I guess.
Why don't you come out here and help me grab some of these, what I'm doing here with the panels.
Where are you at? On business shipment?
Yep.
Yeah, I can do that.
I mean, I've already put a ton into your cargo bay there, so...
That's cool. I'm on my way.
I know you're worried about the solar panels. We might as well just get them out of the way since they are.
Yep. I mean, we can build a little strip of light armor panels that go around and connect to solar panels on the light side of the satellite, or the light side of the asteroid, to help power the asteroid. But yeah, it's... As you've seen, that can be... Oh, I'm closing on that awful quick. As you've seen, that can be a little bit dangerous. Like, Darkwing Duck dangerous. Like, let's get dangerous. Alright, cool. The construction components are nice, but it's the solar cells, the 64 solar cells of each of these that are just brutal. Just brutal to make. So, large steel tubes, metal grids, no problem. God, I'm already at 3,300 volume, too. God. Can you even hold a whole solar cell in your inventory?
Yeah, I just grabbed one.
Okay. Just the one, then, because I'm at 3,300. Oh, no, I've got a bunch of other stuff, too. Well, yeah, that's stuff. No, I think it's it. Alright, I think I can just hold the one, because I'm at 3,400 now, and we're down to construction components again.
Well, I emptied out pretty much everything. I'm at 3,500, and I'm at 39% of my second panel.
Yeah, it's just one at a time is going to be your most efficient, man. Because if I go to another panel, I know I'm at 3,500. I know if I start this panel, Yeah, we'll see how far we go. Chink. And now I'm full.
Like you said, you had other stuff. I completely emptied
No,
out
I'm pretty sure
your
I didn't
base.
have...
So
Well, I think the only thing I had was my tools, actually.
I just did 2 full panels, and
Huh. Well, I will go dump and make sure. That's okay, because it's not like it's that far. Once you're within about 2 kilometers, it's alright. 30 frames a second as I close on the asteroid. Is that? Oh. Can I get in there? Can I get in there from this side? I think I can. Wow. It's going to be tight. 41 meters a second. I could smear myself all over the inside of this asteroid. Nope. Got it. Wow, I think we may have to build a large storage component on the platform too.
oh, that's right. You can access from the outside, can't you?
Yep. There we go. Holy crap, is that your groin in my face? It is. I need to go charge up. Which I guess I can do from the platform, since I'm here. Mm-hmm. 17 hours of fuel. Considering all it's powering is the gravity generator. Yeah. Okay, back to business shipment. A closing rate of somewhere in the order of 60 meters a second. Yeah, that's a hell of a speed. But, you know, Jebediah Kerman can do it, so can I.
What's your closing speed?
At 51 meters a second.
Well, I'm at 111.
Yeah, but I don't want to slam into it if I'm a terrible pilot, which, you know, it's how you avoid being a terrible pilot. Sliding in alongside. One in. Back to the solar cells. I wonder how directly this ship is pointed at our asteroid. You know, and by that I mean, I wonder if the line of flight is specifically our asteroid. And by that I mean, is it about to plow into...
Well, first of all, it's not moving.
Oh, well, never mind. You're right. Darn,
second of all, I had
it
it aimed between the two.
Oh. Darn, because that would have been hilarious. Smash! Oh.
Well, then we'd have a wreckage on the... right there on the top to get from, right?
It's true. It's true. And it's stop. Litho braking is a valid methodology. Alright, got that panel. I'm going to float around to the back here and see what I can take out. What is that red panel? Why is that red? It's cattle.
See if you can find the other 2 cargo containers, because I haven't found them yet.
Well, there's 2 of them here at the back.
Right, and I've already looked through, and then I loaded up those actually with some of my stuff.
Okay, this one's got a display and detector components, a reactor component.
Yeah,
I can't even carry all this stuff.
That's the one that I actually loaded up.
Alright, well,
Take it back if you want.
Yep, that's what I'm headed off to do. Zoom.
We have a beacon. I think I'll leave that for the moment.
Yeah, it'll make it a lot easier to navigate. We need the things you got to make sure that we're not leaving are our power, or make sure that we are leaving our power, and the beacon. So the reactor and the beacon have to stay connected. Everything else. Okay, we're not even near the max volume on this storage box on the ship, so that's cool. Charging up while I'm here, and I'll go back and scavenge the rest of those storage boxes. This is the part of this is the time on Sprockets where we dance. It's really what it is. Oh. You know what? Did you turn off that beacon?
No.
Because I'm not seeing it anymore. I see you, but I don't see the beacon.
All I took was some ramps and stuff like that, so great.
Yeah, I don't see a beacon. Did you hit it with anything?
Not that I know of.
All right, I'm gonna go out here past the wreckage and see if I can see anything, and I won't go too far. Yeah, I think you may have disabled the beacon somehow. I don't see it. I see you. I see the beacon.
Yeah, I'm looking around trying to find it.
No, it was visible from everywhere. That's not good.
I mean, actually find the ship.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. I'm not seeing it. It's not good. I'm 1.4 kilometers past wreckage, and it's not pretty. Yeah, I should see it out here if I was going to see it, and I'm not. You can just turn your jetpack off while you're, flying along. It's oh god!
Well, we also have the problem that you're not that good with directions.
And we're in 3D, and no one's good with directions, and
I am pretty good, and I remember which angle I was coming at to get back to it. Coming out of lure, so.
I thought I was right past wreckage. I didn't see anything. I think you may have disabled the beacon on it.
Yeah, but I may be able to find the ship itself, so that's what I'm going to go.
If you can find the ship itself and re-enable the beacon, that would be awesome.
If not, at least we got the majority of...
Oh yeah, those cells. No joke. Yep. Alright, that's alright, because I can switch to building. It's alright, I'm good with this. All kinds of fun. Alright, so we got a reactor, we got a gravity generator, we got a couple of lights. This is what we start thinking about, how we want to handle this. What we want to do here. I know one of the things I need to do is put a foot on the bottom of my ship. And I will tell you why. Because a foot will let you anchor a ship without actually having to use any power. And you can anchor it to an asteroid. That, my friend, is true power. Okay, maybe not true power. But something that does not suck. There's the foot. There we go. So now I just, you know what I need? I know what I'm going to need. I'm going to need steel plates and tubes of various sizes. I know what I'm going to need. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, here's some asteroids striking outside. Wow, I hear a lot of asteroids. Perfect. 5. Holy crap. Oh, I forgot how huge these things are. Take that. Steel plates must be put into place. So if I didn't bring enough of them. Steel plates and construction components, motors. I didn't get any motors. That's what I didn't get enough of, and steel plates. But that's easy. Alright. Steel plates. And motors. Let's back in. Shoot. Don't turn your backpack off while building. This is something I can strongly affirm. That is a bad idea. Just don't do it. We're going to need some more steel plates. Holy crap. I'm going to need a lot more steel plates. Because I have a plan. Get all the steel plates I can carry. Step 1, build this foot. Foot is built. Step 2, extend to this platform, he says with great delicacy. Let's go with that to start with. Let's just go with that. Alright. Want to... This is where it gets kind of weird. So I want to build a down-sloping path. Also, this is where things get a little finicky. Put that there. Luckily, all this can be welded later. How far down have we done? Almost. Bam, bam. Right. Bruce, are you still there, or did you fall unconscious? I see you were mining. I see you mining. He's quiet. Too quiet. Don't trust it.
Muted. Haha.
Oh. Oh, it's all clear now.
Yes, I couldn't find it, but I thought I'd come back and see what kind of mining I could do.
Yep. I am building a place to put, at least a start of a place to put ships for landing, which is going to take a crap ton of iron plate. That's alright, I don't mind. I don't mind. It's all cool. I haven't even painted anything yet. But the secret is, I really want to be able to turn off the reactors on the ship so that I can save the uranium we have. And, you know, that makes it go last. You know, go longer. I don't feel like so wasteful. So, build this stuff. I'm just building a sloping path with our gravity generator. That goes down. And we can paint this stuff up later. Always good to be able to paint colors on when you get it together. But right now, just trying to get something functional, as I often do. It's kind of my nature. Get working, then make it work well. And there's something zen about this too. There's something that feels good about building. Sort of like, if you remember, you know, the joy of Minecraft back in the day. It's got that same sort of feel. It's got that same sort of, you can lose yourself in sort of a zen flow. Need some construction blocks. Why do you need construction equipment? Say, Alex? Well, let me tell you. Because lights. That's why. You know what? I'm going to leave those as girders. They look kind of cool that way. That's something else that you will do when you play Space Engineers. You go, huh, I didn't complete that. You know what? It looks fine. That's alright. It's very spacey. Very spacey. Yeah. Feels good. And now I have to find the right place. Just the right place to put these lights on. Little bit. Alright. 2 lights. Oh, so awesome. And now we switch. Now we switch to heavy armor, which, because we're going to be putting that, and we're going to change the color too.
Yay!
Yeah, I kind of want a yellow thing for that. So, make a little outline of yellow for landing on. It's going to take so much iron, but it will be worth it because it will not burn holes in it when I go to land. How many that way did I make? 1, 2, 3. That's 2. I need one more this way. Oh, do not accidentally turn your backpack off while building. Going to say that's probably something you want to avoid. Oh, suit energy is low.
That is the new weekly motto of TMO.
Do not turn your jetpack off while you are building.
Or while broadcasting, we'll say that too, just to...
No, you can turn your jetpack off while broadcasting, that's fine. That's fine. No one minds that. Well, that's a steep slope. It's gonna be awesome. Screenshot! That's right, I can get screenshots while I'm doing a live cast, because that's the kind of dude I am. Alright. I think this might be wide enough. Maybe one more. Maybe one more. Let's see. And it's 12:03, so we should be winding up soon. I'm going to put in the framework for this and show you how much material it takes, and then I think we'll wrap it up for the live casting. Because man, we've been at it 4 hours. 4 hours of beautiful, wonderful space engineers.
3 hours.
Only feels like 4. The problem is I could do this for like 6 hours and not notice. And that's kind of a problem, you know?
Like we just noticed.
Yeah, well, you know. I wouldn't have noticed if Decadent East from Operation BSU hadn't have said, hey, how long are you planning to broadcast for? Because, despite being in the other room, she sends me messages. Yeah, we can't explain that one either. Alright, so that's going to be yellow, and then...
Now, is Lineski there too?
Lineski is not. Lineski has left her in my care. My delicate care. While he is out being convention-worthy. Which is fine, because I think my next convention is actually not until DragonCon. And I'm kind of okay with that. Oh, and I want some red blocks. And Decadent East throws in, because she is listening, that's right, I'm a delicate tropical flower. I can't help you, bro. Can't help you. Alright. So that is the proverbial that. She's watering. Now we can start throwing down some blocks. You'll notice it takes 150 steel plates to make heavy armor blocks. You will use tons, literally, of steel plates when you are building this stuff. And there's no way around it. Heavy armor blocks are really expensive to make. And you also notice they have this cool sort of strange camo pattern on them. Put them together. Attractive. They are very attractive. But they are significant investments in both time, because you have to spend the time to weld them, and steel. Not that iron is hard to get your hands on. You can get tons of iron easily. But
and I just popped a ton in your
in the
storage.
refinery? Cool, cool.
Container, actually, but...
Oh, in the actual...
Cargo.
In the cargo. Okay, cool. Once we get this little thing... You want to come down and help weld? You can just
I don't have any plates on me, and actually I need to drop off.
You're done.
I do have a little furry, four-legged person that is demanding some help here, so...
Man, there's so many options I could say there. But I'm not, because I'm cool. I'm cool, bro. It's awesome. You know what? It's probably a good time to take a moment, fly back, take a look at what we've done. Let me finish welding this block. We'll both sort of fly over there, and then I'm
actually right up here with you.
Oh.
I'm at the top of the ramp.
Oh, all right. Let's come over here. Let's come over this way so we can actually sort of do a pullback and look at what we have so far. It's kind of awesome, actually, considering we started with almost nothing and you managed to wreck your ship. Now we've got the start of a platform, we've got uranium, we've got a running ship that is made of awesome, we've got the beginnings of a landing platform that can be extended into a construction platform, and you've got a really big drill there, bro. Really big.
Size does matter.
Do you like to play soccer? Want to try some soccer practice? Soccer practice? No, it's okay. It's cool. Yeah, I'm really proud of this. All right, and before we shut down, I have one more thing I need to tell people about. One thing you want to do before you log out, because this is important. This will screw you if you don't. Go to your running systems, like this one, right? You see it's on? Turn it off. Hit Y. That means your power goes out, your gravity generator, everything goes off, right? And you're wondering why that is. That's because if you don't, the reactors will keep running. And you will come back to find you have no power, no way to charge up, nothing. So I'm turning off the platform as well. You don't want that to happen. You never want to come back to find nothing. Nothing. Oh, and we have no gravity either, so. Alright. Alright, you ready? Oh, you're enjoying the hanging upside down part of the day. Did you ever turn your lights on? Lights. Important.
Yes, I'd actually turned them on, but I forgot about them when I died out there grabbing, trying to steal a private sale.
Oh. Well then. Okay. This is awesome. Let's call it here. We're going to finish broadcasting for the evening. This will be stored for all mankind for eternity. And I feel pretty good about that. You know what? Why don't you tell them again where they can talk to us on Sunday nights?
Well, first of all, if you're on Google Plus Communities, check out the Media Outsiders. Join our community. It's a community where we deal with game reviews, movie reviews, TV reviews, sometimes even celebrity interviews. So do check us out there. Join us, contribute, whatever you want. Every Sunday night, we are live, 10:05 p.m. Normally after Game of Thrones or The Walking Dead's over with, we have a live call-in show. You can find it by going to talkshoe.com/TC/81865. Log in, join us, have fun. We have an interactive chat room, or you can call in and be on the show itself. Every Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, the Media Outsiders.
Fantastic. Perhaps surprisingly, they let me talk to people on that show fairly regularly, so you will always find me there. It's kind of terrifying, really, when you get down to it. And I'm the Squid Lord. If you hadn't noticed already, Squid Lord. That's Bruce Logan Pringlemeyer, the Doctor. And we will come at you again with more Space Engineers sometime in the future. Let's make it a really beauty shot there. Wow, that's a little strange. One last beauty shot here. Ooh, screenshot. Alright, folks. We will catch you later on. Until then, don't do anything I wouldn't do. It's a very short list. Goodbye!
Good night.